As the group is sat down in the ready-go diner, our unlikely group begins to contemplate exactly what they're doing here.
So, can I put my hands down now? I'm not trying to get vexed.
I put my gun away the moment we walked in here. You know it's... maybe you wouldn't know. Doris would have my hide if I had a gun out.
What is this hide?
Skin. Me. It's a figure of speech. Do you just leave your planet without looking into anything?
It's okay. I also have trouble with idioms.
I have trouble with idiots as well.
Colloquialisms, then.
Uh-huh. When do we get to meet that species?
I'll teach you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Volunteering your services. That's fine. So... we have... Unfortunately, we have ourselves a commonality here.
Why is that unfortunate?
I don't know. Maybe because you tried to steal my ship. You
Borrow?
broke into it.
Oh,
You
come
knocked the door
on.
off. You
Don't be so sour.
you kept saying you're gonna take it to my face while we were there, telling you not to. You know,
what?
just a few minor things that cost a whole hell of a lot of cred to fix.
Well, I think Edra could fix this.
Wasn't he the one that broke it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna fix it, and I'm not gonna let him touch a damn thing.
Well, if I would have fixed it the first time, it would never fell off.
Oh,
You know
I
your
see.
hinges were kind of undocked.
Yeah, that's maybe. Just hear me out. Maybe because we had exited the ship, and it was undocked because we had landed and were visiting this fine establishment.
Does that make up for the scratches and that big gouge inside of her?
Didn't one of you say he just crashed his own ship? And he's complaining about my
Yes.
scratches?
There's a lot of complications that goes on with that I would like to not get into because you might be a little bit past your understanding.
Ah, right. Past my understanding.
I see this as a prime opportunity to teach you an idiom. Pissing contest. This is when, assumedly males, take out their genitalia and see how far each of them can urinate. And whoever urinates the furthest is the winner.
No,
Oh, that sounds
This is
fun.
done mostly with words, but the origins are muddled.
Alora? Can
This
you
is
translate?
fascinating.
Uh-huh.
Is there a world record?
No. What the?
There is.
Well, if we're
Universe
gonna get started, I have 2 slits. Secretions is how it goes. Well,
Do not. You know what?
Is this human ritual going to take place here?
might as well. We're all sitting
Maybe
here
I
in
should
the
start
same
by
place.
explaining what an idiom is. An idiom
might
is
be the
imaginary.
first step.
It's not something that happens. It's a description of something else that is not actually in reality going to happen. It's a descriptive word or phrase that is used to describe, to make similarities, to point out similarities. You are in a contest of words.
An Altana. Easy. Okay.
Ah, they will duel.
Yeah.
Sir, probably best to stay away from idioms for a while until they grasp it a little bit better.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Though I admit
It's going to be hard for you, isn't it, sir?
I didn't.
You're fond of your little sayings.
I didn't catch
They
Madder
express
than
meaning.
crazier than a.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's fine. I'm just trying to figure out why he keeps holding his head. Is his frontal lobes
I
intact?
think he's frustrated. Is that right?
Why would he be frustrated?
My God, she's like a psychic or something.
So on to the topic of the bounty.
I'll leave the nitty gritty to you, but as I said, I want cred face.
We already
They're
made the
using our
agreement. We
ship.
were paying for the breakfast. Or, well, food here?
I would have hoping you
Right,
forgot
Peace?
about that because of Peace.
Uh-huh.
That is correct.
I like him.
Eat up.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Okay.
It appears as though our interests are in line. We both want the same bounty. Many hands make light work. Nope, that is an idiom. Forget I said that. Don't ask questions. The more people on the job, the easier the job will be. Yes.
I can get behind that. Not really get behind it, but imaginarily get behind it.
Very good.
Human logic is easy.
Oh, humans are so entertaining.
Especially with the animals growing out of their head.
I'm sorry.
Specimens?
I'm not sure if you're under some misconception, but I am not human. I am actually an android.
Oh my god, that's...
Oh,
I'm sorry to startle you like this, but
No,
the
I would
face
like
you are
to
seeing is a
touch.
projected face upon a neoplastic skin.
Did you hear that, Laura?
skin?
Yeah, but the other part? I didn't know they can do that.
We learn something every day, don't we, Edra?
Yes, that means that you can make improvements on this one's face as well.
I would love to.
Would you like to
Shop?
experiment with me?
Absolutely.
Well, no, you're perfect. I'm talking about the one that keeps holding onto his frontal lobes.
Oh, in our rush, I forgot. And Peace gets up.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna do whatever the hell he's doing. No, my face is doing just fine, thank you. Just fine.
Did I offend you? I'm sorry. That wasn't my intentions.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, wow. What else
Much
can
better.
you do?
I really gotta hand it to you. That was pretty neat.
So she gets jokes.
Oh, I'm
All right.
sorry.
Did we even get names figured out before we set off?
Oh, we should probably do that, huh?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I'll go first. My name is Peace. I'm a former android negotiation unit, and now, thanks to my friend and companion, I am now independent.
Nice to meet you. Peace.
Hello.
Barry Hendricks, pilot of Molly and licensed bounty hunter.
That's a lot of name. Should I call you Bounty Hunter? Hendrix? Licensed?
You know what a license is?
Why, yes.
Yeah, I'm licensed as a bounty hunter.
Oh,
Job title, you know, like pilot.
oh, okay. That makes...
My name is Barry Hendricks, comma, pilot and licensed. Do I have to say punctuation to Titanites? Peace. Hey.
We have many ways of communicating. We can show you. Alora can.
No, I don't do that.
I would like to
Feel
put
shit.
my hands on Edra's face.
Huh. My thoughts exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
You don't have to do anything.
That's right. That's right. That's maybe the first thing that you said correct all day.
Would you
Well,
mind very much explaining what you just did?
perhaps it would be difficult to translate this to human tongue, but we have an ability to communicate through touch.
Yep.
I don't think it will work with you. I put my hands all over Peace's face. No.
I apologize. I have no control over any sort of psychosensual abilities, but it's fascinating. Do you hear his thoughts when you touch him?
Oh, yes. Thoughts, feelings, impulses, dreams.
Do you have to? Is it controllable?
Some have better control than others.
We're bonded, so it's a lot
Is
easier
that-
for us.
When you touch a stranger, just in passing, are his thoughts forced upon you, or do you have to seek them yourself?
Well, I was told when I met a human that was very into the idea of Titanites, and she said it felt like a million things running under her skin, trying to come out. When it reached her cerebrum area, well, she pushed me off really hard. So I'm guessing it was an invasion of privacy? She said that she felt like someone was digging in her mind. And it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that tracks
Are-
with what I've heard.
Is that the case?
I think everyone's different.
Wait a minute. Do both of you have this ability?
Mm-hmm.
Do all of your species have this ability?
Mm-hmm. Unless you're cut off from the path. And that's something completely different.
We should not speak of that.
Ah, you're right. I could get in trouble.
There's still so much we do not know about the Titanite species. I shall endeavor to learn as much as I can.
Yeah, I just
Well-
heard don't touch him. That's pretty much it. Just
I can
don't
teach
touch him.
you his name.
Please.
This is Edrahil.
Well, you want to run that by me one more time?
Uh-huh.
Wait. Should we use our code?
Say it one more time.
Say it one more time.
Edrahil.
It's like flows off the tongue.
Edra Hill. Yeah,
I'm not
Eddie's
an
going
edged
good.
heel.
Eddie seems
Edra
good to
Hill.
me.
I'm assuming that's one name, not two.
It's many. But to human logic is one, I guess. You can call me Edra. I heard you like to shorten things a lot.
Yeah, Eddie's good.
I am no Eddie. I am Ezra Hill. Who is Eddie?
Best not to argue, sir. Edra, it is. Thank you. Nice
Only
to
if
meet
it's
you.
okay with Alora that you call me that, actually.
Yes, I shall permit this.
Alright, well there you go. Easy peasy.
She owned him? Oh, well.
And I look at Lorelei. I look at her. And you?
My name is Lorelei, but you may call me Alora.
Does he permit
I
that?
allow it as well.
Okay. What's all this?
We've
You know
known
what?
each
I
other
don't-
since... Wow.
Since we were spawned.
Exactly.
Are you her protect her? Older brother? Do you speak for her?
We're very close. We do not speak for each other unless needed. You know, when biosignatures kind of come intact and become bonded.
Right.
It's quite an easy process. I can also tell you how we respond if you like.
Another time, perhaps.
Yeah.
It's a very detailed process.
And then, last but not least,
Titania. Titania Aquarius.
it is a pleasure to meet you, Titania.
Yeah.
Are you appear to also be Tight Knight, is that the case?
Yeah, half and half.
Oh,
So fascinating.
half Tight Knight, half human, I assume?
And
I had no idea that was even possible.
It's at this
Neither did
point that
Marvel of modern science.
Emily begins to approach your waitress, your server from earlier. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you had anyone join you. Can I get you anything? She motions towards the three of you.
Coffee.
I will take a Celastria.
We have ammonia cocktails.
Okay.
All right. And you?
I would like what the human Hendrix will order.
Are we experimenting? I'll have to do that too.
By the way, utensils and the ketchup have finally been brought back.
Finally. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I could definitely go for some more coffee after stressful evening. Put a little extra something in it if you catch my drift. And you know, I'm feeling extra fancy. Could I get the surf and also the turf?
And do you want the same?
The surf and the turf. Sounds.
They said
Edible?
that buying is very kind of them.
Maybe, sir, we should stick to land animals if they're going to eat meat.
I thought they ate aquatic things too. Do you not? You only...
We have a Tight Night menu.
Yes.
Please.
She hands over the menu to you, and you can see that it is, in fact, written in Tight Night.
This is what I'm talking about.
Emily says,
Oh.
we serve everyone here equally.
They're good like that.
I like this place already. Okay. I will take the house special and the
Side note, there is an actual Ready-O menu available on the
Heard it's
Patreon.
available on the Patreon, yes.
You know what? Give me what everyone orders.
All right.
Ty is buying.
Emily,
Yes.
I realize that Doris might have a very busy schedule, but if you could let her know that we would like a word with her, it would be greatly appreciated.
She knows.
I assumed she did, but I wanted to be 100% sure. Is she in a good mood?
I will be back soon with your orders.
Thank you.
I would like to meet this Dorius.
You might regret saying that.
It's at this point that Emily glances outside. You can see there's like a repair crew that's kind of assessing the damage. There's this, metal spike that's basically gone through part of the station, right next to where they do the refueling. Probably if it hit a tank of some quantum fuel, you know, maybe like a few meters over. Could have been real bad.
Yeah, she ain't happy.
Oh, that's why your frontal lobes are hurting.
Emily is collecting the menus and says, by the way, what was that about?
Listen, just...
Sir,
Yeah, alright, so... We took care of it, you saw that. They were tailing me. I didn't do anything wrong. There may have been a misunderstanding. Just a tiny, itty-bitty misunderstanding on a missing blaster or two. I don't know where they went. And they thought I had them. Very false. And we were here anyway. We were coming here anyway to chat with lovely Doris. And, you know, they didn't take too kindly to me wanting to go to this fine establishment. No bounties on me. No nothing like that.
Emily just kind of looks at you and she says, don't worry. Even if there were any bounties, this is the radio. Takes the menus and she begins to walk away.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Can I get
you,
whipped
human.
cream on it too? Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Whipped cream?
Whipped cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
She walks away.
I thought it was a decor, so you have everything to do with all that stuff going on out there. Oh boy. Ooh.
Not everything.
Oh.
Pointedly looks at you.
I can fix that. That stuff? That's on you.
well, since we have this moment to ourselves, maybe we should go over what we know.
And be
If
wise.
we already agreed to do this together, I would like a verbal agreement from each of you in the affirmative if you are willing to do this as a group, as a team. I am willing to do this as a team. A verbal agreement. Speak your affirmation.
I am willing to do this as a team.
Excellent.
I'm willing to do this as a team.
Excellent.
Yes, let's do this as a team.
Excellent.
Yeah, peace. I'm willing so long as they promise not to take, borrow, procure any of my things. Any and
believe-
all.
I believe that wasn't the agreement. So that means he disagrees.
Oh, I agree if you do not take my shit. That's normally how working as a team goes.
Oh,
I don't think
Wow.
anybody wants to have anything to do with your shit, to be honest with you.
I plan
That's
on
kinda
leaving your shit
disgusting.
inside you.
Actually,
Unless
My things,
maybe-
my ownership, my
maybe Laura does.
personables, my ship, my everything.
Oh,
They take things quite literally, sir.
Yes, I'm aware of that now. I will agree if you do not take my things.
I do not take
ownership.
things. Of course.
sure.
No
Very well.
borrow them without asking first and then getting a positive affirmation from oneself that is Barry Hendricks.
That's a lot of steps. But I do
Yes,
believe
it
I can
is.
comply with that.
Wonderful.
Okay.
yes.
You should all be aware that your verbal agreements have been recorded.
Are you supposed to say that beforehand?
I'm telling you now.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but you're probably supposed to disclose that beforehand. Otherwise, there's all kinds of like legal things that go wrong there.
It's okay. I think.
We're in a
It's
public
strange with an
establishment.
Android because I'm always recording.
That's
but-
good to know.
So is
did
it like
you-
kind of like a
Self-deletes.
agreement by talking to you?
Well, you record everything with your eyes and your memory and your brain. It's no different for me, except I can outputted in a digital format.
Oh. Well, that's not fair. I don't want to be able to do that.
Well, it's give and take. I can record things exactly as they occurred, but you can also feel hot and cold. I can approximate those, but I'll never know exactly what it feels like.
Oh. My hurts.
Oh, do not feel bad. I can also lift more weight than any of you here.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Fair. That was an assumption, and I apologize.
Oh, you don't have to be sorry.
Okay, then.
Okay.
What we know about Landry Sherman, since we have all agreed, verbally, to be a part of a team. Landry Sherman is a hacker, part of the Human First movement, stole android parts that can be fitted to drones, of which are a specialty of his.
He has no eyebrows.
Has no eyebrows.
Black
Ramen
hair.
aficionado. He enjoys ramen and seeks out, I would assume, different recipes and styles in restaurants therein. And he is located somewhere in the asteroid belt, which brings us to why we are here at the radio. Doris would be the best contact for discovering his location. Do you have any further information to add to that?
You mentioned the drones, right? He's got a lot of
Yes.
drones. He's really good with them.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
We need the android parts.
Yes. We need
You
those.
need them for...
So our contact. Go on. You can say it, Laura.
Our mission. You may have the human parts, but we require the android parts.
What for?
Our
They were
mission.
stolen. They were stolen. Remember we told you this?
Right. Oh, for that slice fella. You're returning
yes,
it
but
to Slice.
not to Slice themselves. The friends of Slice, essentially, associates.
Who are also androids.
Yes.
How does that sound to you, Peace? What you feeling on that?
Well, the contract states nothing about bringing him in with any sort of parts.
Right.
So I assumed that once the bounty was complete, or once we were on our way back with our bounty, that according to tradition, some of his things are forfeit to us.
Right.
And I was planning on perusing what he might have had stashed away.
You're looking
And if
for
those are android
upgrades.
parts, that I would enjoy negotiating a price for them if they should interest me. I hope that will be agreeable in the future.
Well, I mean, we don't know how many android parts were stolen, right? Could be
I
more
would
than
say best thing for us to do would probably be all to go back to Slice afterwards and then kind of see what exactly is needed for sure.
Very well.
Oh,
I will
dropping
negotiate
off
with
the
Slice. then.
bounty first is a good idea. There's too many risks bringing them around with you. I remember that one time we kept one a little too long, and anyway, yeah, it'd probably be best to drop them off first, the parts that are ambulatory, and then go to your slice fella.
Yeah.
Oh yes, always bounty first.
Where's that coffee?
Oh, this is so exciting. I will write this down. We will be bounty
out of
hunters
curiosity,
for long.
I'm wondering where each of your skill sets lie. Do any of you have an affinity for drones or anything we will face? A plan of action, perhaps?
Yeah. I love to take things apart, put it together, and hack it. I learned from the best.
Excellent. So you're well versed with tech and breaking and entering.
Yes.
Excellent.
And getting away. And sneaking in.
Those ones may be lackluster, but we'll attend to that later.
Sneaking's not lackluster. What are you talking about?
Didn't we catch all three right in front of our ship as you
Yeah,
were
but we weren't
attempting to
exactly
borrow it?
trying to sneak.
I mean, technically,
Might
you
be
got
a
them. I
lackluster
could have went off with the ship if I wanted to, and then put them in there.
Yeah, I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna keep checking off lackluster in my head, but let's continue.
I just realized
I'm
something.
going to see if hold on. I'm sorry. I want to get the name right. If Titania, is that correct? Mm-hmm. If she was, how good would I be to see if she was lying? Because it says I can always, like, according to my character sheet, I can tell when people are lying.
And
I'm assuming
you're damn
like
good
I
at
would
it.
have like done research about it.
I think that. How do you think that you know how someone is lying?
I would assume like darting of the eyes, sweat,
So biological.
veins pulsing.
Yeah. So you're reading.
cadence.
You're reading biological signs. You're reading
there-
like nuance and body language.
Yeah, body language, speech patterns,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is there a different like way to read
Well,
other than biological?
I would imagine that it would involve like touch and determining a heart rate or something along those lines.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see.
And do you feel that Titanites are different in that regard?
Well, they have two hearts, right? Okay. I would assume then that
Does Ty?
I guess you'd have to cut me open to find out.
Oh.
well, it's, now do all of the Titanites have the
She does.
black eyes like, or is that
Different species.
okay? If I can see a pupil, I can see pupils like if they have eyeballs that are anywhere near like anything on Earth, they have irises, they dilate, they do all the things. So I would definitely check that.
Our breathing is a big point.
Okay. I think since it's a special thing that your character can do, maybe judging from the three of them, you're kind of learning as you go. So you're pretty sure. I'd say something along the lines of like 85%.
Okay. I just wanted to check against if they were. She said we weren't trying to sneak, and that sounded erroneous to me.
You think she was lying?
We were trying to distract, though. Not exactly a lie.
No, I'm just that was a good note for me because if it's not 100%, I won't say anything, but I will learn from that. Okay. Because I was gonna tell Barry that they were trying to sneak. She was being untruthful or whatever. But since I don't know 100%, I'll just keep it to myself and put it away in the old SSD.
You're accumulating knowledge about Titanites as we speak. You think after a short amount of time you might get the knack for it.
All right, and what are you good at then? Not sneaky, Titanite. When you get Titania.
Oh, well, I am able to do some pretty cool things. So, you remember how Peace, right? It was Peace. You said that you could pick up things that are like way heavier than we could probably.
That is correct.
Well, I can actually grab like pretty big objects and throw them really hard, like devastatingly hard. And And I can move really fast too. Like really fast. Like
One
you
thing
wouldn't
at a
be able to
time.
see it. Uh-huh.
If you will. Do you are you purporting that you have super strength?
Kinetically inclined. I'm in touch with what we call the way. So I can channel that and do all kinds of cool things.
I told you
So
she's one of them
not
psychics.
not necessarily with your bionics, your muscles, your mass, but more with your thoughts, feelings. There's still a lot of unknown things about the way. It's very
psychic.
mysterious,
All right.
quite
That could be
fascinating.
useful.
Well, I can
Can you
also
read
cut a
minds?
bitch.
What am I thinking? What?
I mean, I pull out like the little hilt of the blade and I wiggle it. Yep.
Now, you are half human, so maybe you are not speaking literally as they do. Do you mean a bitch figuratively, or
Figuratively.
you would like to cut dogs that are
No,
female?
God, I love dogs. No, yeah,
Okay.
no, I could. It's real. Yeah, I'm pretty good with this thing.
Thank you for the clarification.
What is a bitch?
We move on from idioms for the moment.
I think I should.
I think this one needs to be
If
explained.
we have the opportunity during our travels, if we find ourselves in a long transit, I shall endeavor to hold a school and teach you as much as I know about communication with humans and definitions of words and phrases and all of that.
Oh, this is a long-term thing now, Peace?
Hence the word if, sir.
Yeah. Operative words, all that fun. All right, yeah.
Alora?
Well, I am a doctor.
Doctor of.
Depends on who you ask. But I am proficient in all things biological.
Oh, a medical doctor then.
Uh-huh. That's a good one.
Was that a joke?
No, she's quite good at cutting open things and putting things together and making cross species and being able to regulate through old tech. And she's really good with reactors. You should see the luminescent slugs. They do.
And I am also very good at making friends.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
really good at making friends.
So should one of us get injured, would you be able to patch up both Titanite and human?
Oh, absolutely. It would be my pleasure.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think that might be a lot more literal than I'd appreciate.
There's
It's
a
no sin to
hush
take joy
over
in your
the
work, sir.
there's a hush over the patrons in the diner, and this ominous feeling approaches as you get this sense of some great evil is approaching. Walking up with several plates of food is a small copper-haired and brown-haired woman, probably in her mid to late 30s. She approaches with what appears to be a surf and turf set of plates, some other foods. Doris approaches. She puts the plates
Help me.
down, and she's staring at you the whole time, Barry, as she does so. Here's your food.
I thank you, ma'am.
Oh,
Always a
finally.
pleasure to see
Took
you.
so
You're
long to
looking-
get here. My stomach's supposed to get in.
She
Looking
glances
vibrant
over towards you, Edra.
today.
Edra, do you have some kind of like prey instincts?
Uh-huh. I'm feeling it right now. My skin's boiling. Why is it hot?
Yeah, there's that. Maybe your change color slightly. Maybe like there's a slight redness to your skin that appears, and she glances over at you. And she says, sometimes the kitchen's a little slow. Now, Barry, you want to tell me what that was all about?
All I
had a
came
few
here
minutes
was
to
for-
calm down, Barry.
I appreciate that, ma'am. I do. I do. No, it wasn't my fault. I just wanted a nice meal at your fine establishment. And 9 ships thought that it would be a good idea to attack little old Barry. And we took care of as many as we could before they could even get here. You know? Because I didn't want to harm this beautiful establishment of yours.
But you
I
did,
love it
Barry.
here.
You did. And
That
you know that I'm
they-
going to have to contact the owner and tell
they-
them exactly what
Yeah.
happened. Do you see that scrap,
Oh,
Barry? Do you see the scrap? The scrap is about, let's call it 10 meters from the quantum tanks.
I'm aware of that. You know, I'd be happy to pull in some of the ships we dodged out of the way of for you to sell, because that would be that's a lot of good material that I'm sure would not only fund the renovations that now need to happen, but also a little extra for you and the owner. How is your mother, by the way, Doris?
Quantum tanks.
Let's leave my mother out of this, Barry.
Right. Yeah. No. Of course. Would that be
Doris's foot
agreeable
starts
to you?
tapping.
I'd be more than happy to bring them in for you and set them down gently for you to dispose of in a way that is profitable to you, instead of me doing that, which I was thinking of, but
Barry, Earl's gonna want payment.
If I may interject, I too was on the ship, so I bear my share of the blame for what happened. Barry is telling the truth. They did come out of nowhere. They attacked us, warranted or not, and we will make restitution. We are in the middle of a job at the moment, and we would enjoy your assistance.
Please make a roll for me, piece.
Kidoki.
I believe this is going to be a sway roll, I think. Let me just double check on that.
You bet it is. Everybody loves a piece. They want a piece of peace.
Yep.
All right. Sway roll. Position.
Risky. Effect will be...
I buttered it up, didn't I?
Let's say moderate.
There's no moderate. There's standard, limited, great, extreme.
Oh, standard then, sorry.
Okay. Standard. All right. And no bonus dice because they're already added. Okay. Come on. Here we go.
Okay. That was
Nice
a
middle of the road.
partial success, basically. Oh, okay. So I think what happens then is Doris looks at you and says, "Oh, I appreciate that piece. I do. But don't worry, I wasn't counting you out. I'm counting you as part of this as well." Now, you said 9 ships, Barry? What the hell did you do?
There was a misunderstanding of blaster ownership after a game that I rightfully won, and they didn't like that. You know how they get sometimes when sore losers and all.
Barry,
And I
what am I
left
going to
on-
tell Ceres Sec when they come here and they start asking questions? Because you know that they're going to, and you know that being a patron of the radio, you don't snitch.
I know. People were upset and they were sore losers, and they tried to attack one of your patrons, which is the truth. Gambling ain't illegal. I swear on my mama's grave.
And if they chose to attack us outside the radio, they knew the consequences of such action.
Yeah,
They
did.
waited until the belt right in front.
You're not wrong about that. How's the food?
Smells fantastic.
Ammonia is delicious.
She's looking at the 3 Titanites. She said, "You have new friends?"
I am no friend of his.
Hello.
It's a smart move.
Now, how...
Business associates.
Doris, it's nice to meet you.
Oh, we heard a lot about you, Doris.
Have
We
you
heard that
now?
no one wants to mess with you, and that he constantly pisses you off or something of that nature. And quantum
Really good
tanks.
contact.
Yes,
Positive things I said.
I think you're amazing.
All right. Well, that's a good start.
Eh.
Just be careful with some of the human food. Might give you indigestion. We've had a few Titanites through here before.
It does smell funny. Not in a bad way, but you know, I take things in a little bit differently than humans. I'm sure it's divine.
Well, what I have had so far is fantastic, and I welcome the challenge.
All right.
Now,
Is there a
Doris,
place we can talk, Doris? Or would you prefer to do it right here?
She looks around. Everybody's like kind of staring for a second, and then they start to go back to their business. The general chatter continues. She says, "We can talk, but I'd keep it quiet."
Pace, would
Very
you
well.
do the honors?
Doris, in order to pay you with more alacrity, we have a contract, a bounty. And the bounty is for one Landry Sherman. Before we go into details, does this name ring a bell to you? I'm sorry. Does this name sound familiar to you?
I was listening for a bell.
Peace. Even if it did ring my bell, I wouldn't be able to say anything. Unless you want me to start talking about you all to people that inquire about you. That's the way that it works here.
Yeah.
Surely there must be some sort of negotiation or arrangement. Or maybe we don't speak in direct words. Maybe you tell me if I'm hot or cold. Since, of course, I don't know what that is.
Maybe we could give the wonderful little Doris some context as to why we're looking into them and why it's so dear to your heart while we're doing this piece.
Alora, different terms of communication.
I can't make any promises.
We heard that Landry finds himself in the belt. Now, if I were to leave here using Earth as it is right now, or using Ceres as it is right now, because it's, what time is it here on Ceres? I think it's 12 o'clock here on Ceres. And if you know how the solar system works, I think that, and what I'll just let you know, Whack, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set it up in like the belt is like a flat circle. And what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock if Earth or if Ceres is 12 o'clock. And I just want to know another astral body that I can use as another example. Like say Ceres is 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock here on Ceres, and on Earth it is 3 o'clock. I wonder what time it is in the belt for Landry Sherman.
Okay. I think go ahead and make me another roll here.
Okay.
We're gonna say this is a consort.
Okay. Position.
This is such a tough one. I'm going to say risky because I'm conflicted.
Okay.
And the effect will be great.
Okay. Let me see. What can I do to add dice to this?
So you can take stress. You can basically take 2 stress, and you can get an extra die. Or somebody else can help you, and they can take 2 stress and give you an extra die.
Okay.
I think it's 1 stress to assist. At least on the sheet. I mean, that depends on the context, of course, but I think standard, I think it's 1 stress to assist.
You are probably correct.
Yeah, right under resolve on the character sheet. Assist. They take 1 stress.
Yep.
So if we want to add 1 dice, the lowest stress would be someone helping.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
you
they have
share
to
in
put the
whatever
stress on
consequences.
themselves.
Yep.
That too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know what you're saying, so I can't help you here.
Yeah, clocks would mean nothing to you being from a completely other planet.
I touched her barely with a finger. I saw horrible things. I'm not in this one. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll take the 2 stress myself.
No,
It's all good.
Okay. I was going to say you can do that.
Yep.
I was going to say Barry might help you too. Because I think you can stack those.
If you'd like to.
Oh,
So Barry will help you.
okay.
Whether or not you add another one on top of that, Barry will take a stress. And Doris, he's scrapping androids. For humans first. I'm doing this for peace.
2
I
bonus
will
dice.
admit that I have somewhat of a personal stake in this operation.
Okay. Peace, make a consort roll. 2 bonus dice.
All right, let's do this. Let's make it big, 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 big. Let's
Come
go.
on, baby.
Pew.
Okay. 5 is your best result there.
Mm-hmm.
You see Doris kind of close her eyes and sigh. And she says, "You know the rules. But... and you didn't hear this from me. And you didn't hear it here.
I don't even know where I am.
You're at the ready go.
Do you have this motion in your culture?
Yes.
I think one of the repair crew knows him.
That'd be interesting to talk to someone outside of the radio about nothing in particular. That wouldn't have the same rules as the radio.
She She says,
when she said one of the repair crew,
she probably looked a little like out one of the viewports.
like one of the repair crew for the radio. Oh, okay. I didn't know like they had.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them like
Awesome.
around where the damage occurred. Normally,
right. You said that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Normally there's a few on staff or whatever, but it's kind of like all hands on deck right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyway,
This
good
looks
luck.
great. Thank you. I don't need luck eating your food. It's always great, Doris.
Should I add the damage to the bill?
You
If
know,
we
they
could put
did
it on
say
our
they were going to
tab.
cover the bill for us.
I said food in particular.
Bill. I'm just saying.
I will gladly pay for the meals, but the damage will have to wait until after we collect our bounty. Sir, I
Yeah,
was just
running on the tab.
thinking how nice it would be if we got to keep some of our bounty at some point in the future.
Yeah, boy,
That
that
would be
would
a
be
great
nice,
day.
wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be.
Boy. Thank you, Doris. Thank
Do
you.
you require anything in collateral to let you know that we will be back to pay? Or is that look enough? That is, I think, making my internal circuitry run slower somehow.
I'm gonna have to tell Earl something. Barry. Give me something to tell Earl.
What if I go and get one of the ships? Or at least a part. Identify in peace. And I can get...
Sec has the ships already.
Shit.
They're gonna run their own investigation. I'm surprised they
just
haven't
wanted to
come in
get-
yet.
I mean, if they know who it is, that's what you could give him. Because I swear, I did not piss them off outside of them losing their own damn game. People don't like losing. That ain't my fault. That they're poor sports and happen to want to go 9-on-1 and then also lose that too.
Look, Barry, just tell me. Is it a gang?
Yeah, it's a gang. Yeah, of course it's a gang.
Is it one of the big three? Immortal Syndicate? Zodiac Hearts? It's not the Untamed. Is it, Barry?
No, God, no. No, it's Zodiac. It's Zodiac. I'm not gonna fuck with it Untamed, even if they lose.
It's at this point you recognize that specific gang name there, Alora.
The Zodiac or the Untamed?
Zodiac Hearts.
Oh. I have a friend in the Zodiac Hearts.
Sorry.
You can give Earl Zodiac Hearts. They're the one that instigated that shit. I have a thing with info too. Maybe you didn't hear it from me. That's what I'd ask.
Fine.
Thank
More
you, Doris.
trouble anytime soon, Barry. Please.
I never. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Enjoy your food. She walks away.
Thank you, human.
Can I take this down? I already counted to quintillion twice.
Yes, you may. Thank you for your compliance.
Didn't know you knew what quintillion was. Surprising.
An android, he can count higher than I can.
Alright, well,
Well,
what now?
Well,
You
we
seem
have
like you have a lot to pay for.
Yes, but that does not concern you. We will pay our bills and our debts.
Yes.
We have a lead, though. Someone outside might have information.
Landry Sherman. All right.
Question. On your... What did you call it? It had a name. Your ship.
Molly. Molly.
Molly.
My ship, yeah.
Okay. So on Molly, do you have access to any information network or a computer?
Are we connected to the exonet? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
So just a little bit of info here for the players. You will have access when you are near a quantum jump gate. It's one of the things that sort of will assist with communications and things. Otherwise, your communicator will assist, and that's kind of like only planet-wide, really. So as long as the quantum jump gates are kind of like aligned and whatnot, you will have access to various forms of communication. But if you're in the middle of nowhere, say like in the asteroid belt, you got nothing.
I mean, yeah, we got basic exonet privileges, all that fun. You just, gotta be near a station or a jump gate. Yeah.
So when it comes to checks, I would like to be able to do some stuff with that. If you're okay, all right. I'm asking permission. This is me being compliant.
Well, you don't put any goo or creatures or grow anything on it. That's fine.
I would not put any grow on it.
I said anything that will grow on it.
I will not. But what I could do is I have a lot of access to stuff that I could possibly be helpful with. Also, I might need a little bit of parts here and there, so if we go by, please let me go ahead and dig in something. A lot of ships have unnecessary stuff in it. Molly could probably lose some weight.
No, you are not touching and changing Molly at all. Let that
alternating, making better.
No.
Fuel efficient.
She is damn fuel efficient. I have worked on her personally. Thank you very much.
Okay, understandable. Relationships have to start somewhere. Trust has to be formed. I understand.
Correct. Apologies if this happens to be insensitive. He takes a glance at Peace. Do y'all need aquariums or something? Because we ain't equipped for that on the ship.
What do we look like? Do we look like you're some animal?
No, but ain't you swimming back in Titan?
Well, it depends on the subspecies, but we have ways around it.
So you don't need nothing like that.
Well, I do need somewhere to keep our secretions. It's really good to reuse them, actually.
Yeah, we have standardized toilets. I'd prefer you not to cape your secretions. Because that...
But we must.
You must.
This is why our outer layer is a lot more moisturized than yours. You look kind of dry. You can use some secretion. Actually, in about a couple of hours, I believe that's something that's scheduled to do. Laura takes it and she makes it usable, and then you'll apply it to you while you sleep.
I believe the human term is a type of lotion.
Yes. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to have any lotion that comes directly from your bodies, but I appreciate your offer of kindness.
If you change your mind, it will be available for you anytime.
That is awfully generous. All right.
I've often told you, sir, you need to moisturize more. That's why you break out around your chin.
No, I think it's the stress. Never mind. All right, I'm gonna. I just like shovel the last few bites that are way too big and not cut up as much as they should. Swallow them, half choke, get up. Let's get going. I don't really want to outstay my welcome. I see Doris like glaring from the side, still waiting for us to leave. Yeah.
But before we go, I have one more question. I know I'm filled with them, but this one is important.
What?
I'm very observant. When I was observing things, it seemed that Doris didn't want to say so many names out loud, right?
That's right. We can talk about it on the ship.
So with that, wouldn't it be good that we don't use our given names in a public place like this?
Aliases, yeah. In here it's
Sir?
fine, but yeah, peace.
I hesitate to bring this up because it seems like a violation of the trust and friendship we have built with Doris. But we were talking earlier about the Titanites' given abilities, and we might be able to bypass talking to the repairman if one of them were to touch Doris and extract the information that way.
No, but don't do that to her. She'll know. Oh, she'll know.
Alara's really good at being discreet. I'm more harsh when I touch. I go deep.
Maybe
What
we
about
save
the
that for the repairman then.
That one. That.
Okay.
That would be a better idea, because if you bring that shit in here and she finds out, we're done.
I would never do it. I see some horrible things.
I think that perhaps Titania should try instead. Last time I did it to someone, they had nosebleeds for a week.
Oh.
That would be best avoided.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
go.
familiar with the touch, Titania? Very good. Let's proceed.
Y'all handle that. I'm gonna go
Wait,
check
so
out the ship.
Wait, you don't want me to touch her, right?
Would you like company, sir?
No, not Doris.
Maybe you
Or
should
shall I
stick.
accompany them?
Maybe you should stick with them and make sure everything goes
Wait,
all
wait, wait,
right.
wait. We were just getting to names, weren't we? Alternate names? What were you saying, Laura?
Yeah.
That's what they do on missions, I heard.
Yeah, that's what we do on missions.
What's the word for them?
Alias. You're thinking alias.
Code names?
Aliens.
Code names, right? That's what you were
code
going
name.
for, Laura?
Yes.
I like that name. It's mine now. Code names. You can call me Code for short. Names would be my last name. Sounds very human.
Code it is.
I'm Code. Nice to meet you.
I, however, do not have an alias. Peace is fine.
Androids get away with that sort of thing. Some call me Crash. Barry is honestly fine. Most people recognize my damn face at this point. Aliases aren't as helpful as I'd like them to be.
Crash! I get it! It all makes sense now. Where I contains pool. My heart.
I feel like, you know what? I ain't getting into a fight. I'm going to the ship.
You probably crashed
Wait,
the way
we
you
gotta
did.
finish, we gotta finish. Laura, what did you want yours to be?
Ezra, why don't you pick one for me?
When you do touch humans, they sort of get a nosebleed and feel floaty. There's a term for that. Vertigo?
That's the
I
term.
like it.
Uh-huh.
Aha! Vertigo.
The sensation that the environment around you is moving or spinning.
That's a very
well.
good way to put the touch.
That's a horrifying name for a doctor.
I don't think so. That's kind of rude. Crash is
love it.
definitely a horrible name for someone that flies. Molly.
That's right. Exactly. I did not pick that name.
Oh.
Your actions did. I'm getting it. Thanks,
Didn't his ship crash? I swear. God damn it. And I
I
get
didn't
up
choose
and go to
name.
the ship.
There he goes.
Oh, I will lick his plate now that he is not here.
Don't like the waste.
Titania?
Oh. I start pulling out some papers that I had stashed in my little bag, and I'm
Oh,
rifling
forgive me,
through them.
Titania.
Eden? How's that
Eden.
sound? Is Eden nice?
As in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Would you prefer I refer to you as these names or as your given names?
I really like code.
Code it is.
Yeah.
Vertigo
Yes.
and Eden. Crash and Peace.
And peace.
And
I'll
peace.
never forget Crash.
Well, I suppose that Peace is an alias of sorts. My actual name would most likely be Syntech Linguistics and Logistics Model 309.
Wow.
Syntech and linguistics model. I already messed it up, didn't I?
309.
Peace. That's why I chose Peace.
Wait, hold on. Can you say that again?
Syntech Linguistics and Logistics Model 309.
So cool.
That is a very powerful name.
I want a model number.
Wow. I gotta ask the doctor for one.
Oh.
Oh, one of my model?
Oh, no, a name like that.
Oh. I assure you. Vertigo will be, or Eden will be a lot easier for people to remember.
Yeah, a lot of people just call me Ty normally. We'll just go with Eden. I like it better.
Okay. Well, Barry is away. Crash is away. Shall we endeavor to approach the repairman who has the information we seek? And
Yes.
perhaps, well, let us discuss this outside, though. And I take,
Outside?
one of my other, I take my, pinky finger, kind of the shroud it off, and I, pay,
Fascinating.
this is, my credit card. I just, boop.
You got a credit stick, a cred stick.
Yep. Pay for the meal with a nice tip. I don't know, shit. I mean, it used to be 10 for 12%, 15%. Now it's customarily 20. In the future of this, is it just double the bill? Just that's the tip.
I'll leave that up to you.
Or hey, maybe it's the future and it's great and we don't have to tip anymore and they pay their waiters and stuff enough money.
We've adapted the European way.
God, I hope so. Let's just assume that. Anyways, yeah, I pay it, boop, and then you made the noise. All right, breakfast, food is paid for. Let's
Thank
discuss
you.
outside.
I will lick all the plates before we leave.
Cool.
As you see Alora licking the plates, we head outside, and Eden, how are you going to do this? Do you try and be sneaky? Do you try and be friendly? What do you think you do here?
That's a dangerous question, Whack.
I know, because I'm about to ask for a dice roll.
I know.
Well, I thought we were gonna discuss when to do it or how to do it as a team, or is she just, it's fully if you're gonna do that, I'll just go do it.
We are.
Without, I might try and stop. Wait, one moment.
Wait, so are we just
We're
going
gonna
and doing it?
We're going to do the roll, and depending on how you want to do it, we'll have some help.
So, my options. We've got our sneaky option. Would I possibly be able to manipulate my abilities with the way in order to kind of do that? Because then I would be able to like roll a tune, which is way better.
No, because that's to communicate with a non-sentient.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess I'd have to be sneaky.
Okay. All right. Peace, would you say
And-
you're trying to help?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
We don't know who the person is yet, right?
Doris gave a general indication, sort of looking at someone. We can say that you picked
okay.
up on who that was.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a group of them and I had to discern which one, but if she
There
looked
is,
in
but-
someone's general direction, then yeah.
Yeah, there was a group of people. Yeah, a group of repair people that were fixing things, the repair crew. But she did give you a general indication through the viewport who she was looking at. We can assume that there was some like Sherlock type math going on, like you were calculating the angles based on, you know, the direction of her pupils and whatnot. Like,
Sure, yeah.
yeah. See like acute angles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. the Zach Galifianakis like math, like like
Exactly.
floating. All right, so I take a look at our new contact that we want to perhaps get info out of without them knowing. If I look at them, is there a study? Like I can look at them and go, this person has, you know, calloused fingers from, it looks like playing guitar or something like that.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that kind of thing.
I think so. You don't have to make a roll. This will be you helping
Okay.
Eden's roll. So you'll take one stress.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you will get a bonus die here, Eden. And it sounds like you're just trying to kind of, you know, just walk up and touch them in a rather, you know, surreptitious kind of way. And yeah, so you can make a skulk roll here, Eden, and you have one bonus die.
Is it risky, controlled, or desperate?
This is risky.
And don't forget, you can also take 2 stress yourself if you want to add 1 more dice.
Yes, you can do that.
I will.
Okay.
I didn't want to be the only one stressed out.
Yeah.
I'm so stressed right now, man.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be 2 bonus dice then.
Okay.
A skulk roll.
But risky, controlled, or desperate?
Oh, sorry. This is a risky roll. And we're
Okay.
going to say that the effect is standard. Now, it's not a critical fail. There's no critical fails here. We just count the highest die, which is a 4. So this is a partial success. Okay. Because you don't know what this person knows, I'll hop in here and say what I think happens. In this situation, you get some information from Peace about what you might be able to use to your advantage in this situation. There's kind of like a conversation that's happening between the repair crew. They're trying to figure out how to tackle this problem. Like, okay, we're going to need this, this, and this. We're going to need all, these repair parts.
I might have noticed a marking tattoo, whatever they do in this day and age, and said, bring up motorcycles, or bring up, whatever the tattoo was representative of.
Mm-hmm. Like, my other meal is a hog or something, and it's
there you go.
Yeah,
And that would give you an excuse to touch the skin as well.
and you kind of make yourself a little too overly friendly. This person is having a meeting, basically. You just kind of come up and
Oh my God.
touch their skin.
It's like when somebody grabs your arm to look at your tattoo and you just want to just punch them in the face.
Yeah, I don't know you. Why are you touching me?
Like, oh.
Yeah, it's
so
one
neat.
of those. Yeah, except it's on maybe on his neck or something.
I tilt
Yeah,
his head.
yeah.
Oh.
And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And you get a garbled bit of information, and he gets a little woozy for a second, and yeah, you get you get like a few images. One of them you kind of recognize. Let me put this in here for you. Which you saw in the bounty. The face of Landry Sherman. And I'm sorry for this, I really am.
It's gonna be someone we know without eyebrows, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. It's so much worse.
Oh no.
I love the little laugh. Oh my. What?
Oh dear.
You can see part of his hair is kind of like missing, and he's got like horrible, like the eyebrows are gone. Just like little patches of eyebrows are there. Yeah, you get this like flash of this guy like eating, like slurping some ramen, and you hear something along the lines of like part of a conversation, and you get a general idea of some kind of domicile attached to an asteroid. You get like a mental picture of it and a vague sense of the direction, not really exact here, Eden. And like there's little bits of information that are kind of like interspersed. You get some like mix of conversation, as well as like maybe this worker visiting Landry before, or like you see a few of the drones, and a few of them are... How much shall I give you? You only got a 4, so this is a partial success, so you're gonna get something. And the result was standard. So I think you're gonna get like a shot of maybe like one of the drones. Like you can see that there is one that kind of looks a bit like a spider. There's like a centralized bit of kind of like a rough torso God, I'm blanking on the name for a bug or an arachnid. But like the you know the main part of the body, and there's like little helper legs. Yeah, thorax. Thank you. And there's little like helper legs that kind of like have various tools on them and stuff. And you hear something about explosives, and then you sort of come back to yourself.
Really nice tattoo. Sorry.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Keep your hands to yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just such a beautiful piece of art, and I really love art, so I did.
That's
it's
great.
marvelous.
That's great.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
Have a good one. Bye. And I walk away.
You walk away.
And yeah, we're you know, as to not look like suspicious, we, you know, either around a corner or turn our backs, and we wait for her to come back. So, any results?
So, yes and no. So, I got a few images in my head when I touched him. There was one of Landry, and he has a receding hairline. It's hilarious. And his one ear is like so much bigger than the other. It's really funny. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Anyway, he was eating some ramen.
Mm-hmm.
And this domicile that was attached to like some sort of an asteroid. So I think it feels like it's in that direction. And I point towards where I felt the direction would be.
Mm-hmm.
There was another thing. So that worker, he visited Landry beforehand, so I don't know exactly what their whole shtick is together. But I saw some of the drones, and one of them kind of looked like a spider. It had a little spider body. and it was crawling around, and it had like all these different kind of attachments on each of the legs. It was really weird.
Is this something that I would know anything about, or is this a custom job, or?
I think make a. I suppose this would be a study roll.
Okay.
And this will be I'm going to say a controlled position, and the effect
Okay.
will be limited.
Okay. 6.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is a very common kind of helper drone. A lot of people use them for various lab work. They have a lot of tool capabilities and overall just extremely helpful. But they can also be used to be very much like remote workers. So kind of lab assistants and remote workers.
Okay. I know of these drones that you described. They are mostly used for mundane tasks. They are helpers, handymen. They fix things.
Well, there was also mention of explosives.
Oh.
They can be fitted, I'm sure, with someone who is familiar with drones. They can be fitted with explosives and used remotely. I'm not exactly sure of the range, but they are very agile and apt to get in lots of places easily and inconspicuously, I would imagine, as well.
I would like one of these drones. For study purposes,
Did you-
of course.
By any chance, when you saw him eating the ramen, can you see the bowl in your mind? Are there any markings on it? A logo?
Did I see any logos, Whack?
On what now?
The bowl itself, like a branding type deal, or like anything even on like the wall, just the scene, anything that would indicate like a name of a restaurant or something.
Yeah, it was the radio. You were just there. You would recognize it pretty easily.
He was eating at the radio.
He was here. Landry, our target, was here.
Yeah? I mean, it's a memory though, so I can't tell about when that was, but all I know is I have a feeling he's that way.
If you get closer, can you narrow it? Because that way in space is a lot.
You think you can?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I must confess, I can't wait to see the look on Barry's face when we say, let's go that way. He's going to love that.
And that's a good place for us to take our break. We'll be back in just a few minutes, everybody. Hang tight for more 100 Club. If you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all of these wonderful people. Head on over to tablestory.tv/100 Club, no spaces. Go follow them in all of the places. If you want to check out the list of tracks, you can also do that on the site. And make sure, if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get some emotes from these lovely people and support them. If you want to help support Tablestory, make sure you're following us, Tablestory on Twitch, YouTube, and at @Tablestory on Twitter. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hang tight. Some time ago.
All right, so yeah, I understand that the capacitors are over here, and if I reroute power, the main hull, if we lose power, and the auxiliary, this would reroute it just right, so that we wouldn't lose steering or thrusters, Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. I think that's what Cass said. She said that right. Or was it auxiliary to the... Shit. No, I'm gonna go with my gut. That's what Mom always said. All right. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Hey, Peace!
Yes, sir.
Put your damn face on. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You know this is more power efficient if I use this face.
Yeah, all right. If you really don't want to, fine.
I would appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. All right.
I know it is unsettling.
Yeah. I've only woken up to it every morning at 9 interplanetary.
I shall endeavor to remember next time I wake you up, sir.
Yeah, I bet you would remember. Just like the last time you said that and the time you said... Your memory's goddamn digital, and you keep forgetting.
Well, I would confess, sir, that I am trying to get you used to it.
By giving me nightmares. No, that's fine.
According to your specifications, though, I did have a face that I am working on, if you would like to see it.
I would indeed like to see that, yes.
I'm thinking this would possibly help me fit in.
That is a whole hell of a lot more pleasant.
I agree, sir.
I could wake up to that and not make the cry of a small deer being shot.
That would be preferable, sir.
Boy, would it. All right.
What did you need me for, sir?
Yeah, so I've rerouted some of the power here, but honestly, I think we need to get some of our access doors and maybe some of these bunks. Basically, I'm looking to kind of change a bit of this ship up to be a little more modular. You know, so if we need to repair things, it's easy to hot swap it. A lot of these models ain't built for that, and well, my last truck was. So
I see.
You know, I'm gonna need you to. Could you lift that? I could, but you know, my back and all.
Oh, of course, sir. I wouldn't want you to hurt your back.
No.
Allow me.
Please. So yeah, you see, yeah. So you see how the hinges there, they kind of lock into place, and then I got this. I got one of these spanners over here. Yeah, this one, and that what'll happen is when that's locked in place, that's good. But if it happens to, I don't know, pop off, break, explode, decompartmentalize, any of that sort of shit, I can pop on a different door pretty easily.
I believe I understand, sir.
Right. And let's see here. Yeah, doors, landing gear should probably be modular too. I'd like to be able to grab anything on the off chance. You're not. Did you delete that entry about the incident yet?
Yes, sir.
The fact that you recognized what the incident was makes me think that's the opposite of what you just said.
It's a strange subject for an android as myself to broach. Deletion. Nothing
So you
is
still
ever really
remember it.
deleted, sir.
Yeah, you didn't bother purging that memory. I know you can do it. You've done it before when I've asked you a specific question and then you said, sorry, data deleted in a weird tone. And then all of a sudden you looked at me with a blank face and then smiled at me in that creepy ass way you do.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. I deleted
regret
that file.
I need to stop teaching you shit.
Please don't. It would make me madder than a hornet in a glass of milk.
I don't.
I'm coming up with my own. A hornet in a glass of milk would be very angry indeed.
Or drown, and you know what? I'm not gonna focus on that. That's, you know, you're trying, and I do appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm glad you recognize the effort.
Boy, do I. How's that? Is that hinge in place? Looking good?
It is, sir. It is a bit. It's less than 100% functional, but it should hold.
How? All right. How close to 100%?
I would say 73.6553%.
That's not good enough. Yeah, that's not good enough. I have a feeling if something, it's just something abnormal hit it, it'd fall right off if that was the case.
Likely, sir.
If it fell off, could you put it back on pretty easy?
As long as I wasn't sucked out into the vacuum of space, sir, then yes.
Well, was the airlock broken now? We shouldn't have one door to the outer. Wait, I run over and start checking.
No, sir, look.
What?
The hinge here is connected to a load-bearing structure of the hull. If the hinge were to give way, there is a 35.7% chance that the hull would also incur a hole.
Well, we can't have. I can't breathe out there. You don't have lungs.
That is true.
All right, so okay.
Would you
what
like
if we?
me to endeavor to repair it myself, sir? I'm not built for such things.
No, I'll get it.
Could
I
give it
just.
the old college try, so to speak.
Hey, you didn't go to college, but neither did I, so that is neither here nor there. All right, I see. I could reinforce the struts here, and yeah, if I reinforce that, even if this pops off, we wouldn't have a breach, yeah?
Most likely, sir. But also, you would be putting a band-aid on a broken leg?
Yeah, well, if you hop on the other leg, that's good, and the broken leg don't matter as much. Yeah, I could reinforce the struts. I think that'll work. I think that'd work. Okay, yeah. If I do that, then at least we won't have a breach if something goes wrong. If on the weird perchance that, the front falls off, which it's not supposed to do. So.
No, sir.
I think
It is not.
All right. Yeah, that looks good to me. All right. I'll get working on this. Can you get me the welder? Where did you used that last, didn't you? You got that new finger chip, huh?
Yes. Shall I give you the finger, sir?
No, I don't. I don't want it in either context. I was just asking. I want the welder, please.
Oh, so I will get the finger or use the finger to weld.
You
Is
put
that
a
correct,
welder
sir?
in your finger now? When did that happen?
Oh, just the tip.
Now that is a phrase.
I still require all of the necessary gases and tubes.
Yeah, most
But-
people do for the tip, yeah.
The tip of my
all right.
finger will make the spark, if you understand my meaning.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I do understand your meaning, but I don't know if you do. All right. No, then
I do not.
There. there and there. Those 4 spots, they need new welding. And I know we got some scrap in the hold. Was that? I think it's plasteel we got from the last job we were able to procure. That'd probably do well for the struts, yeah, you think?
I believe it would hold, sir.
Perfect. All right, let's use that. Use that new tip of yours. Just make sure to don't put it in too deep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Have you
Thank
seen
you.
it, sir? It's actually quite a genius. The design of it is actually quite a genius.
I don't want to compare tips with you.
The tip off, and then you weld with the tip, just like this.
You did that on purpose. You picked that exact finger on purpose.
I don't know what you mean, sir.
Yeah. Pinnacle of mechanical engineering. Don't know what I mean. I'll be
I'll
in
go
the
get the
cockpit.
plasteel, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, peace.
Now, normally flashbacks cost stress anywhere from 0 to 2. If this was related to the stress that I'm taking right now, it would be very expensive. We'll say that this costs 0.
Thank you.
Because I have no idea what this is supposed to help you later on with. Anyway, we fast forward a bit. We make our way into the asteroid belt as Eden is guiding the group to where she believes this domicile to be. I would like someone to please make me a new engagement roll. Who wants to be that person?
Oh, hell no. Last time I did that, it did very poorly.
I vote for Allura.
Same.
Yeah. Let's pick the doc. She's good with numbers, eh?
Come on. Vertigo.
Yes.
This will
What
be a fortune
to-
roll, and this is on the bottom right of your character sheet.
Please do well.
Would anybody like to argue any major advantages or disadvantages?
My
direct-
vision.
That.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So we'll say you have one
have a-
bonus die, but before you make this roll, I need to find out, since you are now a newly formed group, and you have this new information, what kind of plan do you want to make here?
Could you remind me, please, of
Sure.
the types of plans?
Plans are available on page 148 of the PDF. You can do assault, deception, infiltration, mystic, social, or transport.
Is this not something we already decided?
Yeah,
It
before
was
you were
something
a
you
full
and I
group.
decided, peace. And we decided deception specifically for us.
And the other group decided on infiltration.
Yeah. Unseen. I am hesitant, as they have proven themselves not easily unseen.
I'm very unseen.
Yeah.
As unseemly as your boss job on that door. No wonder it popped off. Do you see the hinges here? Right of a welding job.
Yeah, I didn't weld that.
It's okay, I can fix it.
Yeah, I don't want to trust that. I mean, I'm leaning still towards deception. We got a lot of good fast talkers, a lot of good deceivers, a lot of good feeler of feelings. But I'm open. I'm open to other opinions.
Well, we do have the upper hand. They don't know that we are coming, so perhaps deception is a good course of action here.
Although, in that sense, infiltration would also be a decent way to go because they do not know we're here yet. Along the way.
Yep, I'm just...
Yeah?
Drones hacking. I'm slipping in and out.
Ooh.
Any other
Do we
opinions?
know anything about... I'm sorry, I apologize. Sorry. Once I board the ship, I default to rest mode.
Mm-hmm.
Battery saving, and the like. Do we have any information as to where our target is holed up?
You have a general vague direction from Eden, who's kind of doing that, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer thing, I imagine, probably in the bridge.
Well,
Right.
And you're floating between
is there a
asteroids.
reconnaissance? Yeah. Like, is there a reconnaissance kind of like, would reconnaissance fit? Because I would like to study the, before we get there, I would like to, like, is this role just for getting there or for taking him?
This roll is to determine your starting position in the upcoming scene.
How positive
Okay.
or negative we start out, basically.
Okay. So I would honestly say infiltration then, because we're on our way there. We're not there yet. We're getting there. So infiltration without raising suspicion.
Just to sort of address your question about being able to reconnoiter, this ship is a mining vessel. It's a
Watch what you say about Molly.
yeah, it's not exactly the most discreet. It's bright orange, black, and sort of steel and gray.
Hiding in plain sight.
Is that a
then
new color for this
deception
kind
would
of
be
ship?
a good idea.
No, that's a very common color.
I added
Would
the
not
black
these ships
stripes.
be seen in the belt?
Oh, good question. Yes, they would. There's
Okay.
a lot of mining vessels that go through here, so this would in fact be a very common ship. Yes.
Okay.
So
if you-
deception theoretically could work because we could say that we are dropping off a new shipment of supplies.
I very much like your reasoning for that. That's some good lawyering.
Would that be a bonus die if we chose deception?
Yes.
I think we have our answer.
All right. So you're gonna get 2 bonus die for this fortune roll. Good lawyering. That was some very good lawyering.
All right, Doc. Well done, everyone.
All right.
Let's see that double 6.
I want to see it, please.
Come on, Vertigo!
It says notes.
Notes. So, are you looking for where the roll is?
No, I pushed the button. Here, I'll just hit submit. Oh.
That was 2 bonus die, though. There should
yeah.
be.
Yeah. So just
Oh,
roll
yeah.
another d6. Just do /r space 1d6 or d6.
Well, at least we have a parcel. A parcel
Okay.
better than nothing. Oh. Better than every other that we've had.
Okay.
I am now officially part of the team.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Okay. So, let's see. A partial success in this situation puts you in a risky position to start off.
That ain't too bad.
So,
Can make.
as the mole, Molly, begins to maneuver through the asteroid belt, we have this sort of quiet shot as Crash, you are negotiating through these various asteroids, and you can you see some really huge ones and some small asteroids. You've flown through asteroid belts before, and you know the story here. You really have to it's not so much how fast you're going, but it's how fast you can slow down with Molly. It's it can be very difficult in this situation, but you kind of know what you're doing for the most part here, and
well, I did put a little extra something into Molly's engines for this exact reason.
Yes, you did. Negotiating through the asteroids, you see anybody who's on the bridge. And let me just clarify the way that this bridge looks. There's 2 chairs, one for the pilot and one for the co-pilot, but there's enough room for everybody to stand there if you would like. I'm curious.
Definitely there.
Yeah, is everyone in the bridge?
What was that do? Us?
I would have to be.
Mm-hmm.
I am not.
I'd probably be if we're navigating through the asteroid field, like I'd probably be somewhere in engines, like the engines, just making sure, like, you know, we got some get out of here juice if we need to.
Sure. The way that the
I
ship
sit
is
down in
laid
my
out.
chair and I slide close to Barry.
So you're in the co-pilot chair right now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a matter of sliding close to Barry. They're on these tracks.
Sliding up.
Yeah. You slid up. The monitors sort of like come down once the seat is in position. These are like heavy-duty construction type chairs. Barry, what does the bridge look like here? I assume you've made your own customizations. Normally it is very dark and like mostly black and gray. There's monitors up in the top section. You have this heavy construction sort of chair. It's very padded and cushioned. You know, it has a sort of accordion bottom, and you have joysticks on either of the armrests. But what customizations have you made here, Barry? What does the bridge look like?
Oh, it's beautiful. Let me tell you. All right, so first of all,
Could be better.
shag carpet.
What color is it?
Orange. Oh, it's beautiful.
Molly orange,
Oh.
shag carpet. Got it.
Oh yeah, carpet does match it, the drapes. Oh, it's good. I've got a few little bobbleheads sitting on the dash. Couple of them I may have painted like old bounties. It's a great paint job. I'm very artistic. The joysticks themselves, I have put custom stickers on them. One of them just says, blow it up. The other one says, get it out. The other one says, punch it. That one's on the throttle specifically. I also have a big old button that says, do not press. That one I have made a couple of slap attempts anytime code has reached toward it. I've just outright bopped him for that. I haven't told him what it does, and I haven't told anyone but Peace what that does. Maybe it's inconsequential and just there to tempt people like this one.
Why is it red? Why is it large?
Exactly.
If I be good.
No, I'm describing the whole area we're in. This is not your time.
Fine.
All right. In addition to the shag, there is indeed a cup holder that I have custom installed into my seat.
Where?
How
And
many
it fits the big gulps, let me tell you.
Where is this cup holder?
Oh, it's on the left side. It's right next to the throttle.
Okay.
You know, you throttle up, you need a good sip
So
right
some
after.
kind of horrific, like, armrest attachment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Of course it is. Where else would it go? That's where my arm is.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
outside of that, I got
is it one
a
of those,
few
like,
extra.
Is it one of those like really cheap ones that's probably just some like clamp, you know? That you
I'm
just...
not made of money. Of course it is. I got a lot of posters up as well, just up and above, so I can just look up and see.
What are they posters up?
Anything from, a couple of the local sports teams, and by local I mean Earth. They're one of the few that seem to keep doing sports despite their destitution. A couple of ones that are nice to look at, if you catch my meaning.
I'd love it if the names of the of the Earth sports teams were like all post-apocalyptic names, like the the
Detroit Scavengers,
the Los Angeles like Devastation, or like
Yeah, Detroit Scavengers. That one. Yeah.
All right.
Washington Crater.
The Dallas Mohawks.
Yep,
I hope you're
absolutely.
keeping track of these, chat, because I can't write them
New
down
York
right now.
Liberty Spikes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it is stylized, this cockpit.
Very stylized,
Very
beautiful.
stylized. And Peace, you are down below by the engines, just so you know where they are. Basically, when you gain entry to the ship, they're like right there. You have your own little like station. There's a few monitors. The like big, loud, clunky engines. There's like various like fluids dripping down, like that probably get like recycled or something in some way. And there's lots of sort of ambient smoke and coolant that's probably not properly sealed up 100%.
It's good enough.
And Elora, are you like in the crew area? Are you just chilling? Like, are you exploring the ship? Where are you?
Oh, I think I would have begun exploring the ship, but upon finding peace, would have gravitated towards them and been asking questions. Perhaps some that are a little pointless.
Okay.
You'll find that piece, if it's, if there's not something like a pressing situation that we need to like tackle right away, you'll find Peace is very agreeable and very, apt to discuss at length whatever mundane topic you'd like.
There is definitely a lot of, so what are you doing with this?
And he would go into great detail, like, well, I'm taking this and I'm putting this on this and I'm welding that, and that's the reason why. And I would say something like, stop me if when you cease to understand what I'm saying, stop me, and we'll go back to the point that you lost me or that I lost you, and we'll continue from there more slowly.
Oh, I appreciate this. This will help me with my research. You did mention 4 words that I do not understand.
Well, what is the first?
And I think this kind of cycles over and over again.
And I would do the same for you to learn about your culture, your people, your background, your history, and I will do my best to explain to you how not to take things that Crash says literally, and try to teach you the difference between literal and figurative speaking, idioms, idiosyncrasies, or colloquialisms, that kind of thing.
I'm very interested to learn more about this hornet and milk, but perhaps another time.
You see, I told him it was a good one, and he disagreed with me. A hornet would be very angry if it were in a glass of milk.
I do agree with you. The biology speaks for it.
It's up for debate whether hornets have emotions, but if they did, he would definitely be very angry.
Oh, I'm certain I would be able to tell you if I find one. Perhaps it would be able to commune with me in the way.
That is something I hadn't considered. Intriguing.
This conversation is happening, like, we get like a cross section of the ship, like we see like a zoom in, like as the ship is just cut like in half. We see down like in the engine room, this conversation is happening, and then like up in the bridge we see the rest of the group sort of like watching Crash like navigate these asteroids, thrusters making slight adjustments. You see this giant asteroid like off the starboard side, like gently like rolling past, and this rather large mining vessel just navigate right around the side of it, trying to look for this as you're getting these sort of ambiguous directions here and there from Eden. As this is...
Sir, that was awfully close. I could actually feel the magnetic pull of that asteroid. I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, sir, but is it necessary that we get that close?
Yeah, it is. It makes us look more authentic. Also, you know, the magnetic pull, it ends up letting us get a little momentum off it. You know that you notice the engines didn't need as much power there.
I don't think that's right, Crash. Actually, by my calculations, that could cause issues if you get too close to them.
Oh, more to the right.
very glad
More to the
we
right.
left
Right,
you
right, 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 right.
sir.
Uh-oh.
What? What are you talking about? The one on the right?
No, more to the right. It's over that way.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
That ship this big, you shouldn't turn it that way.
I'm
Eden,
going-
you think you see something moving amongst the asteroids? There's a few flashing lights maybe you catch for a second, and there's... I mean, it's really hard to see. You see the lights more than anything. There's like a quick silhouette, something moving about on one of the asteroids. And suddenly you get this communication that starts to hit all frequencies for you, Barry. You can see that your HUD begins to light up, and you get an incoming communication.
Shit. Who's it from? Before I answer that.
Maybe
Unknown.
that shiny place?
Unknown. All right.
Should probably answer that.
Yeah, I will. We're a mining vessel, and the rest of you.
Count to Quantinian again. Got you.
Yeah. Can I help you? Unidentified vessel. Unidentified vessel. Please stop your approach immediately. Unidentified vessels. Stop your approach immediately. I beg you. Who is this? We're just here. Unidentified vessel. Please stop your approach immediately.
I think he wants you to stop.
I'm sorry. This is not restricted space. We're just a mining vessel. What's going on? Unidentified vessel. Please stop your approach immediately. Yeah, that's not helpful. Can I talk to someone who ain't automated?
You start to see several lights begin to flicker on various asteroids around you, Eden.
Sir, should I spool up the get out of here drive?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, look at all the lights.
What's on visuals outside of those lights?
Please make me... and this will be a risky position. I'm gonna need a...
Oh, Vertigo, since you're down in the hold with me and the engines and stuff, you see me like very briskly walking from one screen to another one over there, and you'll all eventually hear this, but we're closest. You just hear this like very low just hum start to build.
Is this coming from Peace or from the engines?
From the engines. I'm spooling up the get out of here drive.
All right.
As Crash called it.
Alrighty.
He actually
Crash.
used an expletive though.
Crash, I think this is going to be a study.
A study.
Yep.
Not a helm?
Nope.
Yeah,
You're trying to get information here.
Not something I'm better at.
Shit.
The default response from any role player. Are you
Oh,
sure
yeah.
it's not this thing I'm really good
Are
at?
you sure? Are you sure it's not the thing I'm good at? Yeah,
Positive.
I can give you a study. It ain't gonna be good though.
Can I help since I'm looking around?
Absolutely.
Well?
You can take 1 stress to help.
Oh, I'd take that in a heartbeat.
So Code, you're going to take 1 stress to help Crash here.
Yeah, because I'm co-pilot now,
Absolutely.
and I'm not distracted by the big red button anymore.
Good. Risky and standard, you said?
The
If
effect.
I was up there, I would say that was a lie.
The effect will be standard, yes.
Yeah, all right. All right. I get 1 bonus die, which means I have 1 die.
What?
I believe in you, man.
He had 0 dice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Crash, as you try to investigate where this is coming from, you see various like alerts start to go off on your HUD. There is like some kind of signal scrambler that's going off, and you're getting like basically whenever you try and move the sensors around to see what is going on, you get like a blip for half a second, and then it just kind of fizzles out. As that happens, Eden, you're seeing like the actual things happening. Code and Crash are like on the computers trying to make some kind of sense out of the sensors, but you're watching and you're seeing the various like lights light up right through the wide viewport here. There is a lot of view space, a very large pane of either heavy duty plastic or glass. I'm going to assume it's a heavy duty plastic of some kind, and there's like a just a lot of indications of lots of something happening, silhouettes and little lights flashing on various asteroids.
There's a lot going on each and every one of these things.
Yeah, I'm aware. There's
Not like a lot.
All movement unidentified ship.
All
right, that probably-
they're scrambling. They're scrambling us.
shit. Yeah, we'll stop. And I throttle down immediately.
Okay, down in the engine room, piece. You see this happening.
Yeah, I'm complying if we're trying to be legitimate, which we are. Complying is not.
Ready the stun baton thingy?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, you should. Yeah, I thought they were already ready. Yeah, go get that now.
Very well.
And I run off and I go like to the rack hastily thrown together on the wall with like, all different like types of like stun weapons that we have that, are in varying degrees of working order. And I like look at one and I grab it and I hand it to Vertigo and I tap the end. That end goes toward the bad guy.
I like this very much. Can I keep this?
It's just a stun weapon, but still, be careful. If you hit somebody on our crew with it, they'll be out like a light for many hours. If you hit me with it, well, don't hit me with it. I'll just say that.
I will comply.
And I grab one of my own, and head towards where we would be boarded.
Okay. So as you begin to slow the vessel down here, Crash, you can see probably a little bit closer now as you eventually come to a stop. There's a lot of mass tamale, and it does take a little while to slow down as you compensate with some thrusters in the opposite direction.
You said there's a lot of mass tamale. I heard there's a lot of mass tamale. Like, ooh, that's a big tamale.
And as you come to you begin to slow down, you can see there's lots of lights and silhouettes moving about on the various asteroids. And as you slow down, you can hear,
Hey, what do you want? asteroid field, and this is a mining vessel, a MOL-E, if that's not apparent.
I'm well aware of what the mold can do.
Yeah.
But what are you doing with it here? There's no mining here.
Well, that
At
you
least
know
nothing
of.
that's lucrative.
That's what everyone
I mined
says.
it out
until
years ago.
You mine out a mine, everyone leaves it alone. You go back
Sir,
in,
I
you
told
check
you
it.
time and again. My calculations are correct at all times. There is nothing here, and you insisted that there was. You said, I quote, I have a feeling, and my feelings are never wrong. I trust my gut. And here we are. And this person is telling us that this is not the correct place to be. Now will you
where in
listen?
the hell would it be?
I gave you the coordinates, sir. You know where we should be.
No, but this felt right. And now someone's here, which means they must be mining too, and they know this is a good spot. This is confirmation.
I need to warn you, there's plenty of ordnance aimed at you right now, so I suggest you turn
Turn on back and head back to wherever you came from.
Do you have a claim on this mining spot? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I do. I have a claim
And I'll be happy to show you any sort of documentation.
that you need.
I would like to have that sent to me, yes.
First things first.
I need to know exactly who this is and what that designation is for that ship.
This is Crash of the MOL-E.
Crash? Crash.
What?
I don't want to, stop this little charade, but his voice modulator is really messed
Yeah,
up.
I know. It's to mask his voice so he can't hear it. Like, we can't recognize it. That's likely that Landry Sherman fella.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's intentional so we don't know his real voice.
Now, with what degree of certainty, just by hearing his voice and the wavering in it, and like maybe his, the way he's speaking makes me think that maybe he doesn't. Like, how accurate a read is it that he's lying?
Oh yeah. I think this is going to be. Consort gets you access to resources, information, people, or places. Socializing with charm and style. I don't think it's that. I think this is going to be a study.
Study, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Be a study for me piece.
Okay. Position.
Desperate.
You get experience for that.
All right. Effect.
Great.
All right. I'm trying to think of how I could boost it, or someone else could boost it. I'm drawing a blank here. I might have to just roll this on my own. I got one dice. I got 1 point in study, so one die. Here we go.
Last chance if anybody. Okay.
I mean,
Partial
partial
success.
is better than...
Yeah. Okay. Piece. Partial success of 5 is going to tell you something is definitely wrong. This person is definitely agitated, and this is a very dangerous situation. So depending on how things go, this could be very bad.
Okay.
And I think you're getting that there is... I don't think you can tell if there's an outright lie, but something is hinky with it, Like it's not 100% truth.
Can I see, like... I mean, can I look out the window or look at like a scan and see what kind of ship they are in?
There hasn't been a ship that you know of.
Oh, it's just a
and,
voice.
Yeah, you would just be getting communications. You're down in the engine room, right? So there's no viewports down there.
Right. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
You would
now,
have...
Is that... Oh, go ahead. So things you would have down there You have basically some kind of readout on the engines and the overall status of the ship, and you know that there's a communication coming in, but you don't have like any like access to the sensors, I think, from that position.
Does it the modulation in the voice thing, like the actual like the tech of it, is it malfunctioning, or is it functioning as it's supposed to be, going in and out like that?
Probably both.
Okay. So okay, run it by me again. What my read on him was? He's in a desperate situation.
Very agitated. Very dangerous situation.
Okay.
And definitely lying about something.
Okay. Let's see. So, agitated, lying about something.
Sir, maybe ask the person if they want to be cut in, or they can cut us in into their mining operation for a very low percentage, and make us sound desperate.
We take 10% or something.
Yes.
90. We use our money.
If they are telling the truth, then there's no way they could refuse such a bargain with an experienced mining ship.
Yeah.
But if they do not accept... Yes.
Yeah, that's a good call, Pace. And,
Off call. Code.
Yes?
If, when I give the signal, I have a feeling, and points out of the viewfinders, those are drones, and that's the ordnance he's talking about, bluff or not. You able to hack that shit from here?
I can definitely try.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. And not knowing your location and how many there are could be a little bit of difficulty, but I like a challenge.
I mean, if you could get a few of them, they could turn on their own. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have my trusty rig.
All right. When I give the signal, you work on that. Okay?
All right.
Not yet. He'll notice, probably, if he's a drone master.
On your call.
All right. Okay.
You read me?
I need you to get away from
This location.
immediately.
no, you're absolutely right. So, I have a proposition for you as a fellow miner. One, you didn't send in documents like you said you would, and that's all right. I understand how certain claims can go if you catch my meaning. Listen, you're here first, but we're better equipped, I bet.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, maybe not, but what if you took... Listen, we were just here for a quick in and out. We help you out, you want 90? I know that's not in our favor, but...
90 of what?
Percent.
I already told you, everything's mined out. I mined out years ago. I'm sending over the claim details right now.
Great. Well, then why the hell are you claiming when you don't... Yeah, send me the claim details and we'll get out of your hair.
There is another set of beeps, and you can see documents begin to load on your screen right now. Code, you would recognize that there is a certain level of probably respect you have for this individual because this file was directly uploaded without any sort of confirmation.
So, This is interesting. Typically, when there's an interaction like this, it requires some sort of permission for us to accept these files, but they just came straight through.
Yeah, that was what I was afraid of. All right, so that's our target, wherever the hell they are. All right. What do these documents say?
Are you gonna take some time to read through them?
Yeah,
Hey, give me 1 minute to review them. I ain't moving. I ain't going forward.
All right, but I can't give you too much time. You're gonna have to get out of here soon.
Alright. Okay.
Sir, I see that we've received a transmission.
Yes, we
You
have.
send them down here?
Yeah, I can do that.
I send him down to peace.
Okay. Peace, you start to see the files come through.
I'm assuming, I don't know, but I'm assuming that I could probably like get through them real quick.
Definitely.
Faster than I could.
So
Absolutely.
give me the Cliff's notes.
Okay. I would like you to make a study roll for me, please, Peace. This will be
I love study rolls.
Thank you, I don't.
This will be a... This is another desperate. And it's another great effect.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay.
You have
Is
already
there-
spent. You've already spent a gambit for this mission. The mission is still not over, so you do not have a new gambit yet either.
Okay. Is there a flashback that I can use to help me with this?
Actually, I'm sorry, you do, because I think Crash rolled a. You
rolled a
crit
gambit.
on a desperate roll.
So, I hate to rules lawyer against myself, but that particular ability does not get you gambits back if you crit. It says that specifically.
Okay.
However, if you'd like to give me one, I will not say no, but I like to be honest.
I appreciate
Maybe
the
you'll
honesty.
give me one for honesty.
No gambit!
I mean, I did the murder, but if you want to let me out, like, you know, I'm not going to say no. You saw me do it. I'm wondering if there's like a something in the document that I can use a flashback on to give me an edge of some sort.
That'd be up to you.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be based on your roll, really.
Well, it's a truly desperate roll with one dice. Let's do it.
Okay.
Partial
success. This is forged and malware is being installed right now.
I immediately tap the comm.
Code, stop this transmission right now. Malware detected.
Okay, I'm on it.
Send it back to him if you can.
I could possibly reverse this.
Yeah,
Code.
do that.
I'm gonna need you to hack, please. Code. What does your hacking
Do
rig
that
look like?
hacking!
You mean as in points having it?
What does the rig look like for you? Like what?
Oh,
how
the
did?
rig.
Yeah. What are your hacking tools look like?
It's looking pretty damn good. Well, it is biological and tech. Once it inserts its secretions inside of Molly without being noticed.
So I'm just curious. How are you applying this? I mean, you've got like there's a control panel and you've got a co-pilot station. What does this thing look like?
Dude, you're gonna have sex with Molly right in front of Crash, dude. I just want you to know that.
I'm gonna tap my wrist and a little compartment will open up. And part of a gift that Alora was working on for Edra is going to come out. It's not complete, but it's efficient. So this illuminescent, very, very wet
thing slides out of his wrist, slaps on top of the console. It kind of has two mouths on the front and back, and it kind of turns his face up towards Crash. But I take my finger and tickle his back to make it redirect itself into the console controls. Slips inside, and then you just see a burst of secretion. Once that happens, I take the old tech out of my backwear and place it inside of Molly. There's a little bit of jolt, and I go, whew, I never did that before. And then the rig starts to come alive. It starts to pulsate, and it gives a little...
There's a few
Sir,
pops.
what's happening up there? I'm sensing some very strange vibrations from Molly. It seems like she's... If she had a tail, she'd be wagging it, sir.
Do not tell me that shit. I don't want to hear that ever again from you, Pace.
Naughty Molly.
What are you?
This is hard.
Please, this takes time. There you go. You see how the secretions are just spreading out the back? Well, that was the mouth. Never mind. Turn it around. Perfect.
What?
All right. Now I can attempt the counter hack.
All right. Go
Would you
ahead.
like to help if you hold it in place?
No, I ain't touching that at all. Crash is gonna assist.
How are you
He
assisting?
looks like he's... Yeah. He looks at this and is just not okay with it. However, knowing Molly incredibly well, he actually like hops out of his seat and goes under like the dash essentially and starts pulling and rewiring some of the specific routes to make it a little easier to get a direct connection back and isolate some of the systems for the malware.
All right. Take a stress there, Crash.
I did, but you hear all sorts of words I would never say on air while he's under the dash.
Don't let it drip on you. I don't know how it hacks and do.
And in code, you're probably learning a lot of new things about Crash and just... I guess...
Never understood that language. That's human? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I need a hack roll. You get a bonus die here, Code.
You better make this worth
Now,
it, boy.
if I have a fine hacking rig, do I get an additional?
No, you do not. However,
Okay.
there is a clock that is involved in this situation, and because of your special ability, one box has already been checked off in this situation.
Great. So all I need to do is hit this right here. And what's my position?
Desperate, and the effect is great.
And how many bonus?
You get one bonus.
Do the bonus stack?
There is no additional bonus. It's just the one.
So one die?
His bonus comes in a different way. He gets the way that this game works is there's clocks basically, and there's different segments to a clock. And when you're on a mission, when you're basically like in an encounter, various segments of the clock can fill up. Because of Code's special ability, he gets one that's already filled up. So that doesn't impact the die roll. The die roll is separate.
One bonus. All right. Are you holding it?
He is clearly not holding it. He's yanked out all these wires and everything. Crash has essentially hot wired something in a control panel.
Be gentle.
No, I ain't touching that.
All right.
Secretions. Look at her purr.
So this is not a crit,
girl.
but this is a success. So as you stop the malware doing whatever it's doing, and from what you could tell, Code, this appears like this malware was set up to pull any data records from the ship and basically figure out what the hell is going on here.
Amateur.
and you completely lock that down. They get nothing. You're not able to basically reverse anything done here in the malware, but as this is done, you can see that several, obviously now drones, begin to move.
I have good news and bad news.
Yeah, tell me. As I climb back into the pilot seat.
Well, good news is they're not getting nothing from us.
Good.
Bad news is
The asteroids begin
can
to move.
reverse it, and things are moving towards us.
You see
Yeah,
jets.
that's a lot of things.
Stop him! Stop him! I begin to spool up.
Yep.
The secretions
Just like
are
that.
out. She has to go back and re-moisturize.
As you see these basically like small thrusters on the various asteroids begin to activate, you begin to spool up your engines, and
Systems activating. Systems
you are activating punch it or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm just spooling up, getting ready
Okay.
if shit gets bad.
Absolutely.
Because we still need him.
You can see that several asteroids begin flying towards you, and you can hear on the communicator,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Shall I
That
the weapons, sir?
Is yes indeed, peace. Ready weapons.
Get him hacked now, Code. Come on.
All right, here we go. What does
okay.
Rig do for me?
So, Rig. Rig is a mechanical solution to a situation. So, when you're trying to disable a trap mechanically, or like repair a damaged system, or crack a safe, or override an engine,
Okay.
or program a bomb, or something along those lines, you're doing it mechanically, physically. When you're hacking, you're doing that
hands-on.
electronically or digitally.
I'm going to try to hack the drones to throw off their targeting systems.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is you trying to help. Who's on guns?
Yes.
Peace is on guns?
Yep.
I
don't
will
think-
remain here by the engine in case it makes any noises, and then I will come to you.
I'm going to hold on.
There are two turrets, one on either side of right near the engine room. Like they're right there, pretty much. You're getting in one of them, Peace? Okay.
On my way there, Eden. I am on my way to the guns. Vertigo, if you would go the opposite direction and get into the other guns, I can explain how they work when you're there. But Eden, you said you have abilities, yes?
yeah?
There are several asteroids heading towards our direction. Can you maybe make them hit each other?
Well, see, here's the thing. It has to be around like a big table kind of size, or like a person kind of size for me to do something like that.
How big are the asteroids? I thought the drones were fairly small.
They are. There's a few different sizes of these asteroids. Some are moving faster and some are moving slower.
Okay.
You know, depending on the size, some are moving faster or slower. You know, the same kind of thruster basically from these drones is being used to accelerate these asteroids. So the really meaty ones are going to take a while to get moving. So you might be able to take some control of some of the smaller ones.
If they're, just do what you can. If they're small ones, if it's small enough for you to affect, please. I commend you. I believe in you. Vertigo, don't worry about all of the buttons and bells and whistles and stuff. I will control the compensation and trajectory and all of that thing. You just need to put your hand on the stick and move it around so that the reticle is on the asteroids, and then use your finger to pull the trigger and shoot them. There are all kinds of calculations and things that I will do myself. All you need to do is point and shoot.
I climb into the turret and I immediately start waving it around and pressing the trigger.
I would like to change my action. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Let's get started. Instead of trying to hack the drones, which I think is kind of pointless at this point, I would like to hack Molly and then overpower the guns.
Okay. Alrighty.
To help. That is.
Okay, so you're gonna basically take power from other systems and put them into the guns.
Not the shields. I know what you're thinking.
Just to clarify. Yes.
Now hold on a second. Are you not busy hacking the drones?
Never mind. I'm going to hack the drones and slow them as much as possible so that the hits will be more direct.
I thought you were gonna like turn them around on their masters or whatever.
I wasn't able to. They came back.
Shit. Okay.
I wasn't able to reverse the hack.
Okay. All right. So here's what I want then. It sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, that Vertigo is taking the lead with the guns right now. Is that correct?
No, I am.
You are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vertigo, are you going to assist?
I will assist.
Okay.
I thought you said there were 2 gun ports.
There are. There's 2.
Okay.
You have.
Yeah.
Basically, you have a turret on the left and the right, the starboard and the port. And you like climb into them.
Okay. Yeah. So she's in one, I'm in the other, and I'm kind of like I honestly like. Correct me if this doesn't work out or it's you know whatever. But I picture myself kind of like USB plugging in to like the targeting shit. So that stuff, I'm taking care of that stuff. So it's the easiest possible way for her to actually shoot and, you know, be successful at that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, Peace, I'm going to need you to make a helm roll. You're being assisted by Code and by Vertigo. Code, take another 1 stress. Vertigo, you take 1 stress. And go ahead. Make
Position.
The, helm roll. This is another desperate roll. The effect will be...
Well, we might all die, but I'll die with some experience points. That's for sure.
Yes, you will.
The effect will be standard, I think.
Okay. And that would be 2 bonus dice?
2 bonus dice. Unless...
Okay.
Eden, are you trying to help with your...
Absolutely. Anything that's getting close to us, I'm going to try and yoink it out of the way.
Okay, so this will be 1 stress because you're assisting Peace.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, so no pressure though. I'm causing everybody stress, but no biggie. All right.
Stressful situation. All
right, let's do this.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would love to hear Eden describe what she's doing.
Yes.
So I'm still standing at the bridge next to Crash, and I lash out my hands really aggressively, and you'll see my eyes turn fully black. And I start to kind of twist and grab and start throwing anything that seems like it's getting close by, and trying to have them hit into the other ones in order to push them off course or to shatter anything, do what I can to try and avoid us getting hit.
You're all feeling the ship like vibrate a little bit beyond the normal vibrations that happen with the engine and the thrusters, pushing the ship in various directions and whatnot. And as this is happening, you see some asteroids slowly start to part away. Maybe you start to go off course. Peace, give me that roll. You got 3 bonus dice. 3 bonus dice.
Ooh.
Ooh. We didn't even need the other.
Somebody call 611. There's a shorty fire burning on this dance floor.
Yes! So, firing away, you feel Molly start to shake as the hacking is going on. The guns are firing. You see the asteroids. You see all the little rocks start to break apart. There's little blips on the shield, like little ripples of energy that cascade out around the shields as you feel the various vibrations of the mole. As you get a closer look, there's probably a drone that's just rotating and sliding past the viewport as you're navigating through these. Up ahead, you can see that there is some kind of a ship. It's very shiny looking, and it has like several other bits kind of like hang off the side. They look almost like the arms, but they're pointed down, and you would recognize them as most likely engines. Crash. This is definitely some kind of mining vessel. You've seen it before. It's a prospector.
I want you to know that I think you are all doing very well. Good job, everyone. I'm proud of you.
Peace.
Good work.
Can we hurry? I'm getting finger cramps.
Crash. You see this vessel up ahead. It's beginning to fly. It's beginning to fly away, and as the asteroids are careening towards the ship and getting blown apart, you're taking like little bit of flechette damage, really. You know, like just random bits of shrapnel, really, from the asteroids. Nothing your shields can't handle. Fine. And as you are making your way closer, you can see there is some kind of domicile attached to an asteroid. It's a much larger asteroid than the rest, and it's kind of like slowly rotating, but you can see that there is, you know, like the equivalent of a house, just kind of attached to an asteroid. It's sort of domed and metallic looking, and this ship is flying away from it.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh... Probably something stupid.
I like stupid.
Yeah, so
Sir?
does Crash.
Sir,
All right.
you told me to remind you, if the situation were ever to arise, to use the line that you came up with. You said it was bitchin' or awesome, one of those adjectives. Would you like me to remind you what it was, sir?
Oh, please, remind me. I'd love to hear it over comms.
You said, next bounty, I'm going to tell them that they're coming with me in one piece or in pieces.
Yeah, I think I like that a lot for this particular situation.
I send back over the comms to Laundry.
Laundry shaman.
Hey, Landry.
What?
You got two choices. You can either come back with us in one piece or many.
And at that point, I would very much like to punch it just past good old Landry so that my thrusters may push him right back into his asteroid he's going away from.
Oh, okay. You're gonna basically ram him with Molly?
Not ram him with Molly, but basically try to get right in front of him so he is hit by thrusters to counter his momentum.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So.
Oh, the what insurance companies call the squat and stop, right? You go.
That's exactly right. I basically want him to tailgate me.
Or swoop and squat. That's what it is. Swoop and squat.
Swoop and squat. There it is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna need a helm roll from you, please. Crash.
Absolutely. Now, I wanna clarify a particular ability I have called Ace Pilot as a pilot. And
roll to resist the consequences of your actions. You gain a die.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reminding you if there's a particular consequence
Yes,
to
there definitely will be.
choice I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
All right, helm roll it is. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna push ourselves for this one.
Okay, another 2 stress.
Yeah. This has been a very stressful mission for Crash.
Well, I mean, if I'm in engines, like, I'm gonna, like, do the equivalent of, like, someone in chat said, pouring liquid Schwartz into it. Like, I'm gonna, like do, you know.
The Schwartz be with you.
Yeah. Do
If
the,
you'd like to,
you
I
know.
would not be opposed.
something to help us with a big turn or that kind of shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So
right,
it sounds like you're being assisted.
Thank you much. What is the position and effect of this?
This is a risky position with a great effect.
Risky, great effect. All right. I'm making note of that for a couple of reasons. We'll see here what goes on. All right. That's 2 bonus die. Myself and Peace helping out. Here we go. That's a 4, 5, 6, and a 5.
So you don't get 2 bonus dice. This is not
from pushing myself.
Oh yeah, you do. Never mind. You're correct. Yeah. Never mind. Sorry, I thought it was from the other thing. Okay.
No problem.
A success. So.
Oh, yes.
Peace.
Would you like me to tell you how I do this?
You gun it. You punch it. What happens?
Yeah. So. There's a thing. I very much like a little flair how I pilot Molly, and everyone has continually told me that this damn ship does not turn well, and they are wrong. I have enhanced these engines as much as I possibly could in a mining vessel, and people like to think, oh no, it's just a big ship, it don't move good. False. As you see, Molly, as I punch it up here, it looks like I'm heading right at them, and I want Landry to sweat as they see this mining vessel.
What are you doing? Hey, what's going on?
How many pieces you want to be in?
Hey, slow it down! What are you, crazy?
And as we fly
attention,
Molly,
all crew of the Molly, don't close your eyes as much as you'd like to. It makes the effect of the G's much, much worse. I've seen just try to keep your eyes open.
As you begin to...
Molly...
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we're charging right at him, but... All right, miss. You need to... I know you're excited, but you need to settle down for a second. You see, there's a maneuver I like to call the loop-de-loo. And it's when you're going right at something, but you hit thrusters just the right time to kind of do a little flip. And you end up just a little over something you were originally intending, but you still end up right in the same position as you were going right at him. So I'd like to flip thrusters and literally do a flip with Molly, plopping right in front of him.
I beg to differ. I believe this is you doing a barrel roll.
I think that's actually right. I will be doing a barrel roll, or as some like to call it, a loop-de-loo.
Absolutely.
Yep. And
a berry
reaches
roll?
over
Yeah,
and
I can take that.
Hits play on the tape player, and fucking Kenny Loggins just comes blaring out, right into the danger zone.
As you begin to do this, you can you all sort of like hold on. You're pulling so many G's on this. The thrusters are pushed to their limits. This is a lot for our Titanite passengers.
I don't like this.
Titanites don't do so well with the high G's. And what I'm going to need here is a roll from everybody except Peace. Barry, you get a bonus to this. This is going to be your prowess. Everybody's going to roll prowess here, as you are making a resistance roll right now. And you will potentially take some harm in this case, depending on the roll. Okay.
That's a crit, baby.
I see it. The highlighted number is what I'm supposed to roll?
No. So if you see like insight, prowess, and resolve on the right side of your sheet.
Like helm, scrap, all those.
Yeah, it's the main topic for all of the actions.
Oh, I have a thing there. Yes.
Yeah, so you can just click on the text for insight, prowess, or resolve. In this case, it's prowess.
No bonus die, right?
No.
Oh.
This will be
Okay.
small amount of harm. This will be 1 harm if you fail this. Okay, so let's see.
Oh, also, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I just saw that if you crit, like Crash did, you get a minus of stress.
Exactly.
That I do.
Absolutely. From the intense G's that happen here, Edra, you and Vertigo are going to take 1 harm. I will allow you to figure out how that happens on your own, but on your sheet, there is a harm section. You see you've got 2 boxes for 1 harm. Basically, you write in however you think the harm happens. Like, it could be some scrapes, whatever. It's a small amount of harm. It's considered like a minor injury, basically, that happens in this case. And we're gonna say, Eden, it's rough, but you manage to keep yourself together. You don't smack into anything. You're generally okay in this situation. And Barry, you've done this. Definitely not a barrel roll before many times, and you're able to weather this without any issues. Woo! You get the ship right in front of Landry and fire the thrusters, and you send Landry spinning. And you see the telltale signs of a pilot that has lost control of their ship. The ship is flying in a uncontrolled spiral as you see him careening towards what you believe to be his home. Are you going to do anything else?
How many pieces?
I instinctually, or not instinctually, but I just know that if they surrender, I'm gonna get on the grappling hook.
Okay.
And pull them in, try and fire and snag them and drag them.
Disable all your drones now if you want to live, Landry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, there are too many G's.
Go ahead and make a command roll, please, Barry.
Sure.
You have 1 bonus die from me.
All right. Risky, controlled, desperate.
Controlled.
Sure. Standard effect, great effect.
Great effect.
Lesser. Great effect. All right. And an extra bonus die. Here we go. I think I'd like to use the mechanic.
Oh?
I think I'd like to re-roll this, but as risky.
Oh, you're taking the Devil's Gambit. Or the
I think so.
It was the
Devil's Bargain?
Devil's Bargains, yes. Okay.
Yeah, where I can basically re-roll, but it gets a little worse.
Okay. I believe you take stress for that, yes?
No, push yourself is 2 stress. Devil's Bargain is...
Devil's Bargain just makes it worse of a position.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, risky, great. Same roll, just a little worse, potentially. But I can't get any worse, so. Alright, well, it failed. That's fine.
Barry.
Shit.
You see things are going wrong as Landry Sherman is spinning a little too quickly, and you start to get the grappling hook going here.
Grandpa!
But you shoot and miss. It sails past the target, and Landry collides with his home. There's a horrific metallic grinding sound that you would hear if space had the capability of transmitting the sound to you. So you just kind of visualize the sound in your head of how horrible this must sound as you see this explosive decompression happen as he hits the home that he has known for several years now, and You see bits begin to float out.
Well, you know, they
the
never said
thrusters have
alive.
stopped on the ship.
It was
Dead or alive, right, Peace?
Preferably alive, sir, but does that
Preferably,
mean...
but not exclusively, right?
I have one question, pertinent question, sir.
Yeah.
Is there something to bring back for the bounty? I mean, anything with DNA would probably work.
Is that an arm I see floating there?
What about the parts?
Yeah, they're probably in the hold or his home.
Well, we'll do a quick scan of it before we go.
Yeah, we'll pick up the pieces. We can spacewalk it. We've done that before. Well, bounty has been achieved.
I don't think that qualifies as a six.
We
I'll let you
stopped
know.
him. We didn't die. That's a pretty damn good way to finish a job.
The only thing I got from this was whiplash.
Well,
why didn't you didn't
I'm
buckle?
sure there's going to be some scrap parts left over that we can, I don't know, weld onto a hatch hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get ready to spacewalk there, Peace? You don't have to breathe. You know this is part of the job.
I was breathing for your benefit, sir.
Yeah, yeah, no, you exhale that recording all you want.
Listen, I just have one thing to say about this mission, sir.
I don't want your philosophy.
What was that?
What's a philosophies?
That was very interesting. That sounded like you in two places. Phenomenal.
Is that one of those recordings?
Yeah, it is. All right.
Great, thanks so much for getting yourself ready to spacewalk there, Peace. Real appreciate your work.
Yes, sir.
And you see me like strap on the salvage like gear, you know, the scanners and whatnot that I would normally use. You know, obviously I don't put on like a helmet or anything. And I before I go, I walk over to Vertigo.
I am lying on the floor. Oh, that was not very good.
And I like lean over her, so like I'm like upside down, like my head's upside down. And I'm just leaning over her, like looking at her on the ground. I want you to know, you did very well.
This was my first mission.
I couldn't tell.
And I lay there, very content.
Shall I get you a bucket?
Yes, please.
I'll be right back.
And that's a good place for us to end the session today. Oh, hell yeah, that was so good.
Woo! It's just fucking nothing left. Just scorched earth the whole fucking bounty.
God.
And you gotta go out there in search of like, I don't know, a finger or like.
It's fine.
He's like, I got Molly. I'm gonna do the most unnecessary extra shit.
It was so good. I wrote
quite necessary.
I wrote so many like extra bits just in case, depending on like what was gonna happen. It was so good. Well done, everybody. Well done.
I just love I love the idea sometimes of like picturing a GM like drawing out an entire map of this guy's like fucking house, and then just like, I guess we're not gonna fucking see this thing. I worked for 3 hours on it, but yeah, no big deal.
The house is an asteroid. It's probably mostly maybe fine.
Rest in pieces, laundry shaman.
I warned him. One or many. He chose many.
He didn't even have a chance. You gunned it and blasted him and sent him careening into the asteroid.
So anime. I love it.
Yeah, and it's
Listen,
very Cowboy Bebop. I mean, that's the way a lot of those jobs end. So good job.
What do you think Barry would
30
pick?
episodes from now, we're gonna have his children come after us. I just want you to know that, Dan, and it's all your fault.
Yeah.
Listen, Crash wasn't named Crash from his own antics. Let's say it that way.
Dude, shit, man. If this doesn't add to our rep, fuck, I don't know what will.
That's pretty good rep, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I will say.
Have I got a crew for you? They're a little rough around the edges, but they get the job done.
You need someone taken out, they'll do it.
Do you want it clean or messy? Your answer depends on who I'll suggest.
Yeah. There is an actual reputation that your crew can have. Why don't we go ahead and do that now?
Oh no.
You brought it up.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we get to choose between ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, strange, or subtle.
Definitely subtle.
No one ever know.
Where are those listed? Are they in the
113?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Daring, brutal.
Chat, what do you think?
I don't think we're brutal.
No, brutal. Brutal would have been doing that without talking to him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Dude, daring.
Daring.
My vote goes to
Daring.
Daring.
Was that not savvy or strange?
Why'd you ask
I
chat?
mean, it
They're
was
just gonna put
savvy
subtle.
Horrifying.
Wait, we do have to bring up the fact that you hacked with an alien.
That's true, and
It
we
was
were using the
awesome.
way to like throw shit too.
That's
I
fucking
don't
strange.
see
but
a reputation sensual. I don't see that anywhere.
Dude, Molly got
Thirsty?
plugged
Do you guys
in
see a
by
thirsty on there?
Molly got secreted on, plugged in by a piece, like ripped up by.
I think that's pretty daring,
Yeah.
but maybe strange. I'd be fine with
Strangely daring.
All right.
Yeah, that's
strangely
Who votes daring? Okay, daring it is. Let's see, daring. Alrighty, you are the daring group of individuals piloting. Well, not really piloting, but on board Molly. Okay. All right. So there is some end of session stuff. There's some downtime stuff. We do have a limited amount of time on the show, and this is my first time running the system, so pacing some of these things can be a little bit tricky. We're gonna handle the end of session stuff for you today, and I think we're gonna handle the downtime stuff next episode. So we'll do that next episode to see how everything goes with that, because I love the idea of following these people everywhere and getting the little details and whatnot. I just want to hear from them. Love them. So what we're going to do is we're going to do shout outs, and we'll also ask for your end of session stuff, which we did off stream last week. And there's basically an XP mechanic where we ask some questions for each of the characters and see where they got some XP here and there. So let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs. And let's see. Who wants to start today?
I'll go.
Okay. Peace.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Dan, Whack, Technique, Phelan, and Stella Luna for being wonderful table mates. This has been it's been a hoot. I'm glad we're getting into it, just mixing it up now. I mean, every group has to have a get to know you session, and while that's fun and all, like getting into the shit, that's awesome. That's the good stuff. So I'm glad we got some of that today. And I'm honestly, like, I couldn't have asked for better that it ended just so chaotic and not how anyone probably wanted or expected it to go. And I am ecstatic about it. My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at /Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out on Instagram and TikTok. I'm live streaming 10 a.m. Pacific every day except Monday on my own channels. You can find it at zeek3.tv if you want. That's easier to remember. Tomorrow we're going to be finishing up Not As You Like It. That's a fucking Shakespeare play. As Dusk Falls. That's what it is. As Dusk Falls with Twitch integration only. Twitch is only making the decisions. The Chad is making all the decisions. I'm just doing the quick time events and we're having a blast. So that's what's happening tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Zeke. And let's do your end of session stuff. You did a bunch of desperate actions today. Do you know how many you did? Was it 3?
I did 3.
Yeah, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can mark XP in that action's attribute. So wherever you, whatever action you rolled, so it could be insight, prowess, resolve. You're gonna mark it there.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's not playbook. That's, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
I will look at that and keep going.
Then we have your other stuff, which you get to also mark XP for your playbook advancement. Do you think you addressed a tough challenge with deception or influence?
Yes, I did. The tattoo touching thing, deception thingy. It was, well, I didn't do it, but
you helped.
Yeah. Like that was the roll I made to see if there was like something there to whatever, make it easier. Or,
so I would argue, say no to that one, but I would give you the other situation that you had was basically in, well, no, you wouldn't get that for Landry. I don't think so.
He was
What were you gonna say?
He was when he was talking to Landry, there was a moment where he did try to deceive him, I believe.
Yeah, let's give you that one. Okay, and do you think you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah, I spoke about the Human First movement and how it would be a personal, like I have a personal stake in this not Dolores, Doris.
Doris. Okay.
Yeah.
Get a second one there. And then, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
No.
Okay. 2 XP from that. All right. Thank you very much. Dan, why don't you go next?
Yeah, absolutely. No desperate actions for Barry for some reason, despite all that. But addressed a tough challenge with speed or flair. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I think only one, and it would have been the good old loop-de-loop.
Okay.
Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Actually, might say yes to that. Specifically, in both, well, not two, but he's mentioned his sister and his mother now a couple of times in today's session, and specifically in the flashback, talking about how his sister and mechanic work.
Okay. And then, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
I would say absolutely. Specifically, someone mucking up my cockpit during a hacking attempt. You thought of things that dripping on that shag carpet? Because I sure was.
Okay, 3 it is. Who are you? Where can people find you and all that good stuff?
I am Domestic Dan. I was playing Barry Crash Hendricks here today. And you can find me Domestic Dan everywhere. I do all sorts of cooking streams. I do believe next week after session, because I normally stream after these, next week I'll be working on some recipes from the Ready-O Diner. And there may, as long as I can get it in time, and I'm going to try to order it pretty much right after this, I may be cooking with some cricket, which is on the menu.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. I do that sort of thing and lifestyle and tabletop and on plenty of places, including here. So, yeah, find me all sorts of places. I think we'll be bear and breakfasting it up after this, because that game is adorable and a good stress reliever after this.
I think that describes the show pretty well.
This.
Yeah. Nailed it. All right. Thank you, buddy. All right. Frank, why don't you go next, buddy?
Oh, before we get off of Dan, I'm sorry. Doesn't our ship get like stuff? Our ship has a playbook, right?
Yeah, your ship
and I figure
has...
we do it with like roll it up with Dan's stuff.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so you do have some XP for the ship. At the end of each session, we get to mark XP for the ship. So it does in fact make sense to do that with Dan. So do you feel like you executed a successful extraction operation or capture of a bounty?
I mean, Barry would say yes.
Well, there's two keywords there: extraction and capture, and we did none of those.
I mean, if pieces, it's dead or alive, and if they're in pieces and you happen to get those pieces, that's a capture.
Well, is that something we'd handle next week? Whether I find any pieces of him, or can you just
Don't
say
give him that?
now
Don't
that
give him that. Say yes and move on.
We're gonna pass on that one. We're gonna pass on that one.
We can extract his soul from his body.
What?
Did you
What, we death
contend
cab from Cutie?
Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
That I would say yes.
Okay.
We were surrounded by multiple asteroids. Yeah.
Yeah, you handled that pretty well. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I'll leave that to them on this one.
I would say not yet, but I don't think we have one as a group yet until we talk about this last mission as a group. Like, do we want to keep doing stuff like this, or do we want to handle it a different way? Like, you know, do we want to be like the dashing swashbucklers, or maybe like the professional assassin types, you know? I don't know. I don't know if we've discussed our drives yet.
We did talk about goals. We were very clear about the goals of what we're doing here. Like, y'all are looking for the human, and we're looking for the parts, the android parts. So I feel like that's pretty cut clear.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
3.
All right. 3 it is.
Okay.
Molly's doing well.
All right.
Thank you much.
Thank you for the reminder. Code. Frank.
Yes. So explain the
end of session stuff.
Well, I don't need to. Yeah. Well, okay. So desperate rolls. If you succeed, you get experience, or if
No.
you just do one in general.
Just a regular. Yeah.
I had 2 this session.
Okay.
And those points go where they came from,
so,
right?
Yeah. So whatever action you rolled, whatever category that was in.
Okay.
So
hack and.
So hack is an insight. So you
mark one more in the box up.
And skulk.
And that is a prowess.
Yep. Okay, cool.
And then do you think you addressed a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
Absolutely. Molly loved it.
I agree.
I might say 2 times with that, honestly.
Oh, yeah?
Because he also had the Molly hack for the malware, but he also assisted specifically with hacking to slow down the asteroids with the drones.
I agree. 2 XP. Woo-hoo. All right.
That goes in this little box down here.
Yeah, the playbook advancement. 2 more.
Okay.
You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I think we did.
I would disagree.
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
Oh.
How do you
maybe
think you
Alora
did?
They talked
I guess
about.
Alora.
This is not about Alora. This is about you.
No, I was probably agreeing. Go ahead.
They talked about like the touch and the way both of them went back and forth on
I
that.
did explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got you, Frank.
Thank you so much.
Add one. Okay. You struggled
You
with
also
issues.
talked. Sorry. You did talk a lot about secretions also.
How
So
could
like
you
the
forget?
biology.
That one's pushing it.
How
I
could
think.
I forget?
I think that one's pushing it.
Another one? Oh, no, I was kidding.
No.
All right.
You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Pleasure. Nope. Not yet.
Okay. So just the 3 there. And who are you? Where can everybody find you? All that good stuff.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I'm on the internet. Twitch.tv/technique and twitter.com/techniquetv. Playing a lot of Star Citizen and multiverses. So those two games have been on there. A lot of Star Citizen. Only watch if you want to hear, ooh, wow, that's great. Because doing missions, you'll probably hear Wag talking more than me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Other than that, I'm loving it. If you want to come and see some cinematic RP with Star Citizen, come on by. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. Please give your subs to these lovely people. And I love this show. The show is, I'm living in anime and I'm fucking loving it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, buddy. Let's have Stella go next.
Hello, I'm Stella Luna on Twitch, Stella Luna TV on all other social media. I'm a TTRPG producer and performer. You can find all of my stuff on my social media. I basically do TTRPGs every single day. For my stuff, let's see. Address a tough challenge with insight or compassion. I kind of think no. I can't really think of anything. That one, not yet.
Okay. Did you have any desperate rolls?
No, I did not. I only rolled 2 times. My prowess, which I failed, and then the fortune roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think I did this multiple times. Not only the conversation with Edra, but also conversations with Peace, and just that hammering the whole thing of like just I don't understand idioms and figurative language and
say 2.
Yeah. Sweet. And then struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. I don't think I struggled, but I definitely dabbled a tiny bit with the food and the licking.
Okay, we'll say 2 for now.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everybody. Please make sure you're following Stella Luna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Faye.
Hi, I'm Phelan. I played Eden today. You can find me on my channel, Phelan, doing some Final Fantasy XIV right now. We just hit Shadowbringers, so it's really exciting. And a bunch of like Wild RP. We do other games and stuff. So that's where you can find me. Same on Twitter and stuff like that too. But as for end of session, in terms of addressing a tough challenge with wisdom or the way, I feel like there were definitely a few instances, even like the kind of lawyering where I was explaining like this is how we could do that because that's more of like a wise type thing. But that aside, we used the way to kind of learn more about the mission when we touched that repair guy with the tattoo. But another instance would have been the asteroid flinging and like using my power in that sense. So I think that too would be applicable there.
Absolutely.
Now hold on, is the touch thing? I thought the touch thing was a species thing and not like the way thing.
It has to do with the path itself.
I'm gonna give that one to you for right now.
Okay.
You get 2 for that. Okay, and then did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Oh yeah, so much this episode. There was, her talking to Peace and Crash about her being half human, half Titanite, and how she's like a marvel of modern science, right? There was talking about her powers and like all the things that she could do in that separate instance when they were asking her what it is she can do. There was mentioning the doctor and, saying like revealing that kind of part of her background.
Okay.
I know the max for it would be 2.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get an additional 2. 4.
But in terms of vices and stuff, no, I would say no.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay.
Dude, and I want you to know, like, when you mentioned that, like, miracle of modern science and that kind of shit, Peace immediately was not only intrigued, but also is going to keep an eye out for people who might want to bring you back. Because you're just out here bounty hunting. You're a valuable commodity, and someone's gonna want you, dude.
Very good, Zeke. That's all I can say.
Barry has not picked up on that at all.
Barry is straight up worried about what kind of juices are inside the control panel right now.
Yeah, he's
violating Molly.
But let me,
secretions upon his shag.
let me get Laura to
To have
explain.
your secretions.
No, you know how much you gotta steam clean that shit?
You know, I just imagine the mouth was like turning towards you and doing this, like pulsating in and out.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh, it likes you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not
man.
even complete. Wait till
If
it's
cleaning
complete.
the console of secretion will be anything like the time I spilled Orange Crush on it.
It was a bad day.
Poor ship.
Thank
By
you.
the way, Orange Crush is the only beverage that made it through the 2000s
One
and
of
made it to the new
survived
millennium.
for 1,000 years.
No one would have picked it. No one would have picked it.
Yeah, it was the dark horse to go all the way, but it made
I
it.
thought it was Fanta.
It was
Describe
between
the
Iron
crush.
Brew and Orange Crush.
And the non-alcoholic one made it through.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I'm Wax Steven. I've been your GM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure. Thank you so much, everybody. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, chat, for being here. We appreciate you so much. Make sure you're following all these wonderful people. Please go give them a follow. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/100club with no spaces to go follow them in all the places and check out various informations about the show. We're going to have the podcast links for you soon. We sent the podcast and whatnot for approval. We're just waiting to get those finished up, and then we will post the podcasts for you. And don't worry, I'll do a little catch up on the podcast. So we'll, as soon as we get all the links set up, we will I'll post them all. Yeah, thank you so much to my wonderful cast. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Stella. Thank you, Frank, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please make sure you're following Tablestory on Twitch, YouTube, at A Tablestory on Twitter. And yeah, if you like what I do, we just wrapped Rime of the Frost Maiden. We're going to be doing a question and answer session on Friday. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. It was a very long D&D show that was based on the Rime of the Frost Maiden module that just wrapped up. There's also a bunch of other shows you can check out that I've done. But tomorrow we've got Kingmakers with Pumpkinberry GMing her wonderful job that Faye is on. Make sure you check that out. It is an amazing show. Please go check it out. It's quite a bit different than this show. Kind of opposite.
A lot more trauma.
Yeah, more trauma. So if you enjoy trauma, check out Kingmakers tomorrow. That's 4 p.m. Eastern.
What a sell.
Check that out tomorrow. And thank you so much for being here, everybody. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ak.
Oh God, that face.